Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. Should Sally forgive Adam for sleeping with Chelsea? I want to sit there and make sure that I spelled it right. Um, but that's the question of the night. Should she forgive him? Now, if you watch my channel, you know how I feel about cheating, infidelity, whatever you want to sit there and call it. There are certain things that I feel like it's just unforgivable. And I feel like that's one of them. I feel like once the trust is broken, that's it. You cannot sit there and you, you can't move past that. I really do truly believe that there's just certain things that you just can't move past, and that is damn sure one of them. But I want to sit there and know from the audience. There's just certain things that you just can't move past, and that is damn sure one of them. But I want to sit there and know from the audience. Now we got a lot to talk about. Okay, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I know I started a little bit early. I'm off from work. Why not? We're going to be talking about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless. As you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button because it really does actually help. Um, Good evening, Amy. I hope all is well with you. Thank you for joining. Why not was actually really good today. Why not was actually really good today. And of course, speaking of that, we still got the whole Billy and Chelsea thing. Should Billy get past what Chelsea did? Now, I remember I was sitting there reading the comment, very questionable comment, I'll sit there and say, but I was reading the comment and basically there was like, there should be forgiveness because people are apparently married or engaged and that there was just one big accident, one big mistake. I love when people sit there and try to compare cheating to a mistake. Like, how do you even equate that? Yeah, I'm definitely turning back that AC. How do you even equate that to a mistake? Right? There's a lot of things that you could sit there and say is a mistake. That that damn well should never be one of them. What's good, Tommy? I can't believe Adam still Chelsea? You can't believe that Adam still cheated on Chelsea? I mean, cheated with Chelsea? Yeah. Because they were in a lot of pain and there was alcohol. Oh, there was alcohol and a lot of pain. I mean, this is what they have therapy for. Um, man, watching that scene with Sally and Adam was so. It was infuriating. Have lied to her for months and should leave Adam. Yes, exactly, Tommy. Preach it, Tommy. Preach it. Yeah. And even then, it was still like he kept dodging the question. He couldn't answer simple questions, and it was just infuriating. And he started making up excuses like, "Oh, my past, my upbringing. I can't really love, and I always am self-destructive, and me." And you just sit there and you start to wonder, how the hell did you actually fall in love with Adam in the first place? I'm not saying Adam is irredeemable, but like he's infuriating and the lies and the excuses that he sits there and he tells and he's like, I I I lied to you because I loved you and I didn't want you to leave and me. And it's just like you can't get a straight answer from him. You really can't. We've been through it before. We can get through it again. Did you cheat before? No? Well then it's not the same. Yeah, I need that AC back on. That shit back on pronto. I guess I'm still gonna have to sit there and pop in a Benadryl. Yeah. Just a self-loathing. It was just like, my goodness, you are in fire, infuriating. It didn't mean anything. Adam was scared to face it. Tommy, Adam was scared to sit there and face the truth. Okay, he didn't want to lose her. But see, the thing is, it's about him. Whenever somebody lies, if somebody sits there and says the reason why I lied is because I didn't want to lose you, it makes it seem it's like it's about them, right? I didn't want to lose you. I mean, yeah, I did screw you over, and I did cheat on you, and I know that you're hurt, but I was scared. Like, you lied to her to protect yourself, and the victim in this whole thing is Sally. But no, 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 no. Let's make this about me. Hmm. Okay, sure. Let's make this about me. I don't. Now, Billy was a little bit more gracious because Billy put some of that blame on Adam. So that they're saying if it wasn't for Adam, you would have sat there and told me the truth a long time ago. Okay, that's fair. I did sit there and say in my review or in my video that Adam is a scumbag and Chelsea isn't any better, and that's very true. At the end of the day, she still did it though. Now with Billy, it seems to be more about um her mental state, right? He doesn't want to break up with her because she may go over the edge and you know get on another rooftop. He doesn't want to break up with her because of Connor and his mental state. Dude, you shouldn't have to sit there and be together with them simply because of their mental state. You want to break up with her, you have every right to sit there and do that. Tommy says I used to like Adam. I don't like him anymore. He can't tell the truth. Yeah, it's a fatal flaw in him. I mean, this is what he sits there and says. I'm, I'm self-destructive. Okay. Get therapy for that. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Right now, it's her that has to leave. She finally got him to admit that part of that reason why he slept with her was because of feelings. Yeah, they had a messy breakup and their history is messy and everything like that, but there was some love in there though. He did sit there and say, she did sit there and ask, who else, who else's feelings would you sit there and protect besides Sally, besides Connor? No one else. 40 minutes later, Chelsea. Thank motherfucking goodness. Do you understand how stressful? You don't understand how stressful that was for Sally to get him to admit that. I mean, hell, she wasn't. He wasn't letting her leave. So okay, fine. We gotta sit there and get to that point then. Allison C says if Adam was upfront right away, I would say give him another chance. The fact that he lied over and over only confesses when against the wall. Hell no. Okay. Okay. So I guess for you, it's more about the honesty. You know, not so much about the infidelity. It's about the honesty. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is not working. Hey, what's good? That's right. That's right, my guy. I am early because I was like, why not? I was gonna start at 7. I was gonna start at 7 o'clock, but I had to give myself 10 minutes grace. And listen, I'm off from work, right? So in all reality, why can I not start early? I mean, hell, in some ways, I'm good, Ed. I am off from work, so I'm great. Allison says as long as it's not a pattern, depends on the situation. Yeah, well, that's very that's very kind of you. That's very understanding of you. I commend you. I'm not being facetious. I'm serious about that. I don't have a very forgiving streak, so I always admire other people that has a little more grace and compassion than me. Um, what else my damn topic? As I get where Christina's coming from, but the problem is her original intention was to help. Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. That's what always makes me very split about it. What's good, Amber? What's good, Island? That's what always makes me very split about that. And you know what? Let's just sit there and just get this off the bat right now. I'm going to miss comments. Um, I just feel like I need to say that because I've always sit there and built this stream on trying to read all the comments, and that's just not possible. So if I do miss your comment, I will eventually get to the next one at some point. Um, but yeah, there was part of me that felt for her. Waking up and going through that ever ending nightmare. And what she did sit there and say was true. She's like, Molly has accused me of stealing this baby, but how could he accuse me of something that was never really yours? Mothers have a right to sit there and change their minds within a certain amount of hours. And it was Regina. So I use this example of this show called A Million Little Things, and Regina and her husband, I can't remember his name, wanted to adopt. She wasn't really for the idea, but long story short, when they got to a point where they were ready to adopt, the mother changed her mind. She was heartbroken, but legally she was in the right, and that's the same thing for Christina. And it's something I haven't really thought of. I've been sitting there. I don't want to sit there and say crapping on Christina, but just like But at the same time, I feel for Molly. So as says, glad Ava didn't waste time for getting answers, and I hope she escapes and calls Sonny to make a deal. That's what she should have did the first time. You know, I mean, listen, I love that scene because it showed exactly how smart Ava is. She knows the shoes that was pricey. She knows the glasses that was pricey. She knows the gun that's not normally issued to an FBI agent. Um, and it's little details like that that I know that I can appreciate. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can appreciate that. So, and yeah, Island, I don't know. I don't even remember. Was I watching in 2022? I don't even remember if I was watching in 2022. I might have been. I might have been. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like I can't forgive infidelity. And I think with Sally, maybe she could if it wasn't for him lying straight to her face. Yeah, the cheating was wrong and it was hurtful and everything like that, but it's part of a bigger problem to her. You know, the lying, the not being able to be honest. Oh, from this day forward, I'm going to be honest from this day forward. I mean, you go back and you watch that scene. What's good, Ronnie Ron? That's right. I'm on early. I had time, and I was off from work, so why not? Um, but it's more of the problem. It's more of a symptom, though. Like that's the issue. And with Billy, he said, "Give me some time." I don't know how much time you actually need. I think that, like in a situation like that, it's like I don't know. I guess me, I wouldn't sit there and even bother giving it a second thought. You know, Yeah, Days was pretty interesting. I got my notes from Dave as well. Got my notes from Days, got my notes from DMB, and I did that Kelly Monaco video. And I stand by every word that I said. And we'll talk about that tonight too. Yes, that's exactly what I just said. Yes, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, Ed. It's an impossible situation. I don't understand how people are sitting there coming at Alexis so sideways. Like she has two daughters, and people are sitting there expecting her to like. Chrissy is in more harm. She's in more pain. Why wouldn't she not? I don't get this. Tommy says how Billy is going to date. Oh, now Billy's going to date Sally. Yeah, that's probably the case. I mean, who else is going to sit there and date? Meanwhile, you got Victor. You got Victor that is pretty much telling Kyle, yeah, I really need you to let Claire go. Like, I need you to fire her. I need you to fire Claire. And Kyle's like, so you want me to fire her? No, no, no. I just want you to find a replacement. You want him to fire Claire. I'm not gonna lie, I did love the fact that when he was about to leave, he was like, well, I just got from working out, so I'm about to sit there and go. And Victor was like, yeah, order us two drinks. As in, sit your ass down. Ron says Luna is doing what the F is Luna doing? Why would you tell Baker that you think your mom? Because she don't give a damn about her mom, right? I mean, listen, yeah, it is out of pocket for her to allow her mom to go to jail simply because her upbringing was a bit rocky. She found the way to sit there and trade up, and she's willing to sit there and let her mom go to jail for it. Yes, it is this. Um, it's out of pocket. It is definitely out of pocket, and it's a little extreme. Ooh, okay. I may have to sit there and take that word out. Um, we'll see. Yeah, but it's like I said, it is out of pocket, Ron, for her to sit there and really. Island, what examples do you have of her being self-centered? Besides, well, what examples besides this? Well, Ron, that's your opinion, and I disagree with that. So I don't see a point in wearing a mask if Steffi can't do anything. But that's your opinion, so that's cool. And yeah, and that's another thing, Ed. See, I get where you see, Ed. I get where Brady's coming from to some extent because he's like, I was behind the wheel of a car. What's good, Bobby? Boy hair Luna is hot. Yeah, and she's also a lunatic. So yeah, Luna coming out with evidence after the police searched her place. Ooh, I like that. I like that emoji. Yeah, Bobby. Our something the bear. I think you remember. I think you remember sitting there saying that your name was something the bear. But it did make Baker sit there and look at that situation and be like, why would you sit there and give me evidence against your mom? Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like, wouldn't you be pleading your mom's case? Like, and yeah, Ed, I get that Brady, he's behind the wheel of a car, he has a headache, and it's clearly shown that there's damage to his car. What's good, Duan? There's clear. Ron, I'm answering one question at a time. You have to kind of give me a hot minute. No, no offense. I appreciate the questions, Ron. Just firing at me kind of fast. So I will try to get to your questions as soon as I can, Ryan. But yeah, it was just out of pocket. But like I said, I get where Brady's coming from. But you know, my whole thing is like you're calling Justin for help. So I just, oh, Mr. Bear, thank you. I can't use that name anymore. Okay, that sucks. I don't know why you can't use that name anymore, but I'll call you Bobby. It's cool. Um, but I'm like, you called Justin for help. So if you call Justin for help, then maybe you should shut up and let Justin do his job. I mean, he's not exactly the best lawyer, but he's the only one you got. You know, Ron, and yeah, I said this in my review. I thought it was just out of pocket that we're sitting at a restaurant and you got Katie to Karen, you got Katie, you have Deacon, you have Sheila just kind of just hanging out like she's not, part of the town, whatever. Duan says, "What do you think about Kevin Monty being fired?" It sucks, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think that Duan. I think that people are blowing things out of proportion. People get fired from soap operas all the time. They get fired from soap operas all the time. This is not the end of the world. I think that people um, getting so outraged about it is a little kind of doing too much. I saw I saw James' situation, his video on it, and I respect his opinion. I disagree with it. Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, Bobby, I understand now. But yeah, I think that people are just blowing out proportion. Like Sam had a good run. Her run has been over. Her run has been over for a long time. People being outraged about it, it's like it's not like it is what it is. Do you want to sit there and try to get her job back? Okay, that's great. But to be angry about it, it's like, why are you like? I guess for me personally, I don't invest so much into a TV show, into a particular character or actor. She's going to be fine, and I think that people are just overblowing the situation. It's not the end of the world. Say I have no choice. Yeah, I mean, Ed, that's usually the soap opera monologue of I'm gonna confess all my sins to a painting or to a baby or just in a room and just hope that somebody doesn't just walk up and it is what it is. I mean, I like Fiona and I do think that she needs to be a little bit worried though because now that Brady got found out, it's not that far for people to do a little digging and realize that she is in the car. She knew him. It's like it was better that Brady didn't get caught. Because if Brady didn't get caught, then she wouldn't have got caught. But now that Brady's been caught, her chances of getting caught is a lot higher. But yeah, Duana, like I said, I did my video on it, and I was just like, I mean, here's my thing. I get that James Smith is saying that people have a right to be upset, and I normally am not the type of person that wants to tell people how to feel, but I can't help but look at that situation and be like, yeah, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing a little bit too much. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the idea of anyone getting fired, obviously, but oh, very good point, Ed. That's right. She did sit there and start talking. She did sit there and start talking. She was, yes, that's very true. Even if she was unconscious. Bobby says, I guess the cage is supposed to indirectly save Steffi from demolition. Bobby, who's actually going to sit there and save Steffi from demolition? Most people, when they actually condemn a building, when they're about to sit there and destroy a building, they check to make sure that people aren't inside. because you have these things called squatters and homeless people and things of that nature. So I don't understand how Luna just like, well, let nature take its course. When the building gets demolished, that'll be the end of my Stuffy problem. Really? Because it's not like you sat there and hit her in the refrigerator or something. I just it's would have been much more better. Um, it would have been much more better if she would have killed them. That's my opinion. Uh, and I think that John is giving away too much. Sonny did sit there and say, "Hey, listen, um, to Ava, hey, listen, John's gonna sit there and kill you." And John just now sat there and said that, well, Ava's testimony is not going to be a problem. She's not gonna recant. Trust me. So you pretty much kind of gave it away. He pretty much kind of gave it away. But Ed, I did like the fact that once again he pointed out that Sonny slept with an underage minor. Okay, the chick was 17, and in a lot of states that's still illegal. And he put her on a pole and gave her candy, just to remind the audience that Sonny is a scumbag for what he did. Ron, I would sit there and say they're but nut jobs and they need to get a life. That's what I would sit there and say, Ron. You know how I feel about those crazy nut jobs? She don't turn her keys in. I know she don't turn the keys in. Hmm? But yeah, that's what I think of that scene. That's what I think of that scene. I mean, he came there to Alexa's place talking about, I got more questions to sit there and ask you. Did he know that Sonny was actually Warrior? Sonny wasn't boss, Frank was. Yeah, okay. Um, how Steffy survived while Tom and Hollis don't survive. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's not making no sense. That's why Sonny tried to blow up Johnny back when Christina was pretending to date John. That's why Sonny tried. Oh, because of the whole Karen thing. I thought it was just a simple fact that Johnny um, was his enemy and going after Christina, and I felt like that was enough of a reason to try to get Johnny. I don't think it had. I don't know if it had anything to do with Karen. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't know if it had anything to do with Karen. I wish I would have had a snack. Hmm. But I'm about to get my soup while my ramen. Make that at 8 o'clock. But yeah, Bobby, like I said, yeah, it really doesn't make a lot of sense. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, so I kill those two, but I'm gonna let Stuffy live. I'm gonna let nature take its course. No, War Hero, it's because of Stone. Stone got addicted to we'll say candy, and then he wound up getting AIDS. So War Hero, it's because of Stone. It's not because I don't think it's because of Karen. I think it's because of Stone. So yeah, at least that's my guess on this because of Stone. Ron, she won't be happy. Rachel, she won't be happy. Um, no, no, War Hero. I think that Stone just picked up the habit. There was a lot of that stuff going on in Port Charles at the time. There was other people that was dealing that stuff. And I think that Stone just got his hands on it because it was so prevalent in Port Charles. He didn't get it from Sonny though, but he got it. What's good, Francis? He got it. And the point is that he doesn't deal with that stuff in Port Charles because of the Stone situation. But no, Warrior. So Sonny did not give Stone candy. No. Um, but yeah, I just going back to YNR real quick. I do feel that I would find it very funny if I am curious if that's really Alan and not Martin. Because the way that Alan has been coming across, I don't know if it's coming on too strong or something, but like just makes me wonder why is John mad at Sonny about Stone? Because Stone was his brother. Stone was his where his Stone was his brother. And Sonny well Stone worked for Sonny. And I think he's also upset with the fact that Sonny was there for Stone during his darkest hour when he was really sick. And John, for whatever reason, couldn't be there for him. So that's another reason why he's upset with Stone. Stone makes Sonny look like a hero because Stone was so sick at that time, and Sonny did everything in his power to make sure that he was comfortable. And I think that John didn't like the fact that he was there for him and not himself. Francis says, "What do you think of Luna today telling Poppy, I know for a fact you didn't murder anyone?" I think it's like, yeah, I think it's like you said, crazy. I'm, Francis, what it comes down to, I'm surprised that Luna is taking it this far. I get that Luna is upset with Poppy because of a bad upbringing and moving around and not feeling stable, and Poppy just being more about her mitts and everything like that. But like, just sit there and frame your mom for jail, frame your mom to go to jail just because you want to live the good life. You're gonna sit your and put your mom in jail for years. So this way you can live it up with Bill. Like you hate your mom that much? Yeah, Ed. I said the same thing that Tracy said. I was like, listen, let me get this straight. So you tell me that you don't want mercenaries going to trying to get lucky, but you go, which you're a mayor and Kevin is a psychiatrist. Oh yeah, no, 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 no. So you and Laura, I mean you and Kevin have a better chance as far as getting to lucky as opposed to a bunch of mercenaries that is trained in dealing with this type of situation. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty asinine. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. That's pretty stupid. But or even get Jason. I said my review. Um, get Jason. Like I said, I know that it went sideways next the last time that Jason went for a rescue mission, but I mean, it's better to have Jason. What the hell is Kevin gonna do? What is Kevin gonna do in a situation like that? Exactly, Francis. I mean, yes, just the pure frustration of Francis. Like when you watch that scene, do you understand how hard it was for Sally to sit there and try to coach Adam into just being honest? All she wanted was honesty, and she couldn't even sit there and get that. She couldn't even sit there and get honesty from somebody who claimed to love her. And seeing again how Adam was not letting her leave. You spent 40 minutes trying to get him to admit the truth, on top of the self-loathing that he was already doing, and pretty much making it about himself. My bad upbringing. I'm self-destructive. Like it's just like, come on, bro, seriously. This woman is, since you're not letting her leave, why can't you just sit there and be straight with her? All you sat there and do was dodge and deflect. Exactly, dodge and deflect for about an hour. But the woman that you claim to love. See, with Sally, it goes beyond the cheating. For me personally, the cheating itself is just enough for me to just walk away from it. But with her, is the lying, is the looking her in the face and lying. Because if somebody who claims to love you can sit there and do that, what else are they capable of doing? You can't sit there and be honest with that person who you claim to love. There's just no point. You think so, Anne? The part that annoyed me with Anna was the fact that she was like, "Hey, listen, if Lulu dies because of you, then you're responsible for killing an innocent girl, for killing an innocent woman." And I'm like, Anna, if you didn't let Valentine escape in the first place, then maybe they could have got to Charlotte a lot faster to help Lulu. But you want to sit there and put that responsibility on Jack instead of being like, okay, I'm just as responsible, if not more. That's why Jack was like, you're really sitting there kicking yourself for wanting Valentine in the first place. And that's the truth. Now, on top of the fact that I don't think Lulu would have wanted Charlotte to go through such a procedure. It didn't make a lot of sense, Francis. This also didn't sit there and make a lot of sense for Tracy to be so hesitant. And no, Gemini, I just decided to start early. I decided to start early. I had the day off, so I was like, let me start early. I was like, why wait for 8? Let me talk about this now. If I had it my way, I would start at 6. But I was still watching The Young and the Restless during that time, so it was a good, Gemini. I hope it was well with you. But yeah, I just like I don't think that that's what she would want. She wouldn't want her little girl to sit there and go through such an invasive procedure with that much risk involved. So I don't really understand why Anna was. I get that Anna wanted to cover her bases to make sure that Lulu had the best chances of surviving. But let's be honest. If Anna had to sit there and go through that procedure, she wouldn't want Robin. She wouldn't want Emma to sit there and donate a piece of their kidney. She wouldn't want that. So I don't understand why she would sit there and be so gun ho into getting Charlotte to help out Lulu when she herself as a mother wouldn't want that. Yes, exactly what I'm sitting there saying. The risk. So again, this comes back down to Anna. She wouldn't want that for her daughter. So why the hell would she? Gemini said Chelsea can forgive Adam just like Adam has forgiven her for sleeping with Nick and blaming him for making a decision about her. Oh, you mean so? Gemini says Sally can forgive Adam just like Adam has forgiven Sally for sleeping with Nick. Okay. The young and reckless. I like the old and the restless better, but hmm, well, Gemini, the way that I remember it was that Nick forgave Sally for sleeping with Adam because Sally had this thing called breakup sex, whatever the hell that actually meant. Sally slept with Adam. Yeah, no, I knew exactly what you mean, Gemini. Sally slept with Adam one last time before going back to Nick, and Nick forgave her. But I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Everyone has their thresholds when it comes to those relationships that some people can forgive and other people just simply can't. And I get that. Um, like I said, when I read that comment about that one person, I was like, oh, they should, you know, what was it? Sally, Sally and Billy should sit there and forgive those two because it was a mistake and they weren't married or engaged. So they should understand the mistake and the situation with Connor. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like I don't know. Like I said, like that just blows my mind. It really does. Um, and as an asshole, she turned a blind eye to Valentine, but Jimmo says, and Adam was the only one in town that gave Sally a chance, a job when everyone else, including Nick, read her for filth. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ed, that's the pattern from what I heard. Okay. All right. There's some very compelling reasons, Gemini. Gemini, what do you think about Kelly Monaco being fired? What do you think about Kelly Monaco being fired? I personally am not losing any sleep over it. I hope that she does find more work. I think that Days would be lucky to have her, but I don't see the enormous amount of outrage, enormous amount of outrage that people are having over her getting fired. I'm like, Michael Eastwood got fired. I'm pretty sure somebody else got fired too. I don't remember who, but I could have swore somebody else got fired besides um they're saying Roger Howard. But I could have swore somebody else got fired. Like I said, it's the business. It's the business. Everyone eventually they get fired, to get let go. Money and budgets and you know. Gemini says after 20 years, they didn't have to treat her like that. Yes, the character has lost her spark, but the writers wrote crap at her. Okay. Francis says I liked her as Sam back in the day, but honestly, think the character just ran its course. Exactly, Francis. That's what I've been sitting there saying. And yeah, I get that, Gemini. I do. Um, I hope everyone is saying the same thing when Sonny, Ava, Carly gets the business. Me personally, I'll sit there and say this, Gemini. I don't, whoever gets fired, whoever gets let go. Um, if Jason was to suddenly get let go, that's the business. You know, I'm not gonna shed any tears. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I get it. Like if Carly decide if they decide to just write off Carly, which let's be honest, they're not gonna do that. But if they did, and people overreacted, I would have sat there and slammed them in too. I would have slammed on it. I would have slammed on the Jason fans. I would have slammed on the Sunny fans. I don't think that one person makes an entire show. Somebody was sitting there saying in Kyrie's community tab that Sam not being on the show. What did they sit there and say? How do you think they will view a car? That's a good question. I'm not even too sure. I am not too sure, Francis. But either way, I ain't losing any sleep over it. When will Michael take control of the town? Which Michael are you talking about? What do you mean by that? Only Michael will take control of the town. I'm gonna go richest mean to. Yeah, Gemini. I mean, like, it's not gonna be the end of the world. It's like, oh, Now, there's one person, I'm not going to sit there and say who they are, says disappointed Kelly with Sam and still is General Hospital will not be the same without her. Yes, she will. Yes, it will. General Hospital will be the same without Sam, just like General Hospital was the same without Jason. And I like Jason, but it's going to be the same without Jason. Exactly, friends. That's what I said. It's not the end of the world. It really ain't. She's gonna be fine. She'll land on her feet. She'll either go to Days of Our Lives. I said that she should go to the Bold and the Beautiful for a little bit. The hell? She should go to the Bold and the Beautiful for a little bit. And then, exactly, Francis. And, I get that. I get, Kyrie's Clark, I was just with them mentioning you. I was just mentioning you. She hasn't, Francis. That's why, exactly. Duan says they haven't been writing they have not. They have not. I was just talking about you. I was just not there reading a comment from your community tab when somebody was there saying that um, General Hospital will not be the same without her. Yes, it will. General Hospital will still function the next day without her. It will function the next day without Maurice Bernard. LaShawn says, I don't think Sally should forgive Adam for sleeping with Chelsea. Okay. Why not? What the hell is it at? Oh, yeah, I keep skipping over it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be the same without her. Ooh, okay. Now hold on. Gemini says it's amazing how high and moral Sally has become when she made a hell of a lot of mistakes than cheating. Come on, Sally. You faked your own death to keep a man. Sally needs to stop it. Okay. Now, okay, Kyrie says most of the Kelly Monaco people are a bunch of bandwagon bullshitters. They know damn well the character has ran its course. Okay. What the what's good deluxe? Yeah, it's like y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Oh my god, she's leaving General Hospital. They shouldn't. Why not? They hire and fire people all the time. They hire and fire people all the time. And you know what they're doing at this point now? They're coming at the Carly fans. Well, if it was Carly, but it's not Carly. Especially the ones that starting the petition. Yeah, I mean, now, ooh, Gemini says, I can't wait until Ava gets the axe too. And I'm pretty sure she's talking about General Hospital's Ava. I gave Ava a lot of props today. Um, it really showed how smart she was when she was able to sit there and read that female agent, the gun, the expensive clothes. She knew that there was something off. And it's nice to know that Ava still has that keen, smartness. I Spy Sam has been pretty boring lately. Even her voice was boring and annoying. However, to kill her off with having those young teenage kids, nah, she needs a break for a good while. Hmm. Oh, we all knew that. We all knew that. And Duan says Ava ain't going nowhere. Well, Carly ain't going nowhere either. So if anyone that is a bunch of Kelly Monaco fans that you're talking about, well, if Carly leaves the show, if Carly was to leave the show, y'all would sit there and be upset too. Yeah, they would. But guess what? Carly ain't going nowhere. So Francis says no one in a job has security. Anyone can lose their job if upper management wants her. Exactly. If upper management wants you gone, your ass is gone. Leave. Oh, live with his father, Jason. Ooh, see, that would definitely change it up. That would definitely change up the dynamic of Jason still sitting there being the mob enforcer. Bye, Felicia. There we go. Exactly, Francis. Bye, Felicia. I I wish I would have said that in my review. Kevin said I heard Thomas not coming back to November. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Hope was okay with her leaving the second time now. With him leaving the second time. Yeah, but they're coming exactly, Kyrie. They're got that petition. Listen, it worked for Becky Hirsch or um the actress that plays Liz. So I'm not very kumbaya about it. Like I said, I respect James' opinion on it. As far as fans have a right to be upset. Yeah, you have a right to be upset. Just understand that it's a business. People come and people go, and it's not the end of the world. So I respect James for sitting there. Well, let's be honest, kind of coddling people. Me, on the other hand, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that shit. That's not gonna happen. Um, but I want. Justin says I'm pissed that Lee's replaced Kelly, not fire her. Okay. What's good, Justin? Francis says, do you think it might be Sheila who saved Steph? Yes, yes, Francis. We were sitting there talking about that yesterday. We were talking about that yesterday, and yes, that would be a hell of a twist. Of course, Steffi's ungrateful ass probably wouldn't sit there and say thank you, just like she didn't say thank you when Sheila saved Kelly. I didn't hear one goddamn thank you. Which, by the way, Steffi looked hella foolish, that banging on the gates and everything, and trying to rip it down and yelling and everything like that. I'm like, Steffi, you doing too much. You might as well drink that damn water. You want to die dehydration? Then shut your mouth. Stop. Stop with all the yelling and demanding and everything like that. Exactly, Francis. Stop with all the yelling and demanding. No, you don't run shit. You can't have it your way. This ain't Burger King. Okay, calm your ass down. Honestly, like I said in my review, Steffi, you need to sit there and sit in that goddamn cage for a while. Okay, you emasculated. You practically neutered that man fed. Okay, you need to sit there and stay in that goddamn cage for a while and think about your actions. LaShawn says Luna set up Sheila, her mother, for the murder of Hollison. Yep, that's right. And what's good, Melly Mel? Melly Mel, my heart queen. Exactly. That's how I'm looking at it, Francis. Listen, you know me. I'm not holding back shit. Okay, I don't do the whole coddling thing. I don't. Would say thank you, tell Steffi, Sheila to stay the hell away. Yeah, she ain't saying thank you. She gonna be ungrateful just like she was with Kelly. Gemini says, I still ask how come Luna didn't go after Katie. Katie, that's a very good question. Okay, good now. I look forward to watching it. Look forward to watching it. But yeah, that does make sense. I think with Steffi, it was just she didn't have a choice with Steffi. Steffi followed her, so she had to sit there and take out Steffi. Don't get me wrong. Listen, it's still time for Katie and Will was the ones. But that's the thing, though, Gemini. There's still. Thank you, Francis. Yes, hit that goddamn like button, please. Hit the like button because it really does help. We got in some new people yesterday because people hit the like button. So thank you, Francis. Hit that like button because it does help. But Gemini, there's no reason why she still can't go after Katie and Will. She just had to get Steffi out the way because she came to her. You know. But yes, thank you, Francis. I'm gonna sit there and hit the like button too. They're gonna hear my voice. Justin says the hypocrisy of both Sheila and Steffi today on BNB. Like Sheila, for example, she used to last to call Poppy a maniac. That's true. Said the woman who tormented Lauren. Yeah, that's what, Justin. You highlight that. I will give you your points. That's actually very true. Get this man his points for that. I will give you your points. Okay. All right, we got 15. Nice. We got 25 people in the chat. Um, I got bad news for you. How's that bad news? That's actually good news. Like, let me tell you something, Mel. I do not like that damn bum. Um, but let me read your comment though. I got bad news for you that Greg as Eric will be on Thursdays, September 5th and the 6th, but the reason he is back is for being there for Brady and Eric versus Egypt. Oh, that's actually good news because I only got to sit there and see his bummish ass twice, so that's actually good news. Duane says Luna is a genius. She outsmarted each and every one of those adults. let's not give her that much credit. Kevin says Steffi acts like a teenage spoiled brat. She does. That's true. We have now talk about days. Though we're gonna talk about days where we're gonna talk about days. We talk about all of the soaps. We're gonna talk about days. Queen of the South, how are you doing tonight? And yes, Deluxe, I did no no what did I miss on GH? A lot. But you can watch my review though. You can watch my review. My review is only 15 minutes. But we're gonna talk about General Hospital as well. It's good to see the Queen. Just the Goddess. How is Jess doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's say what's up to the Goddess Jess. Nah, Duan, they haven't Luna listen, Duan, Luna just getting started on her craziness, okay? She's just getting started. It was good, Gemini. It was good. I think actually pretty much almost all the soaps are kind of on point today. Yeah, Kevin, I can see why some people sniff the saying it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm like, whatever, fine. I don't understand why Anna sniffed there trying to volunteer Charlotte for a dangerous procedure that Lulu wouldn't want. And I'm like, Anna, you want to sit there and blame Brennan for, hiding Valentine, but you're the one that let Valentine get away in the first place. Like, oh, well, it'd be all your fault. No, boo boo, you're going to share some of that responsibility as well. The hell you think this is? No, no, no. And you know what? Jesus Christ, why not? Why not just? Exactly, Francis. Sit your ass down and get Jesus. Now Mel says it's good that Steffi was calling out for Finn to come save her and needs him and not Liam. And she had no problem Snicker berating him on a kiss that he didn't initiate. So no. Stephanie needs to sit there and sit her ass in the damn cage for a while. Think about and contemplate the things that she did. Amen, Francis. Amen. She needs to sit there and sit her ass in the cage and think about all the shit that she did as far as neutering that man, Finn, controlling that man. That's what she needs to sit there and do. She needs to sit her ass in the cage. If she wants to sit there and call out Finn now, she wasn't calling him out before when she was Nick berating him. No, F that. Stay mad in that goddamn cage for a while. Annie, nobody deserves to stay longer in the cage. Steffi does. Sean says, I'm still mad at Adam. Sally should make him suffer for like 8 more episodes. It will probably be for a while, as it should be. Somebody sits there and lie to your face, claim to love you, but lie to your face regardless. It's not love. It's not. I don't know what that version of Adam wants to sit there and call it and keep sitting there blaming his broken past and his broken upbringing. And I'm like, bro, you are exhausting. I mean, I get why people get with you, but I don't understand why people stay with you sometimes. Like, no, we're not gonna sit there and pull that bullshit. I cooked that just I cooked Steffi for calling out Finn's name in my review, and I'm gonna sit there and cook her ass tonight. That's true. That's true, Francis. Oh, Warhead says the Newman kind of love. Okay, I like that. I like that. The Newman kind of love. You have to sit there and lie straight to your face, claim to love you, and then when something goes wrong, you want to sit there and try to make yourself feel like the victim in the whole thing. Very true. Or you got Finn sitting there blaming himself. Like you spineless, dickless, just pisses me off. Now, Gemini says Adam keeps bringing up his past because no one in that town would let his past go. I mean, I get that, but when you are talking to the woman that you claim to love, and you want to sit there and try to get them back, and then you talk about your upbringing and this and how it's hard for me to love. It's self-destructive, and it's just like a bunch of excuses. It's a bunch of excuses, and I mean, it's not like I haven't been there, but I mean, hell, own it. You know what I'm saying? Like, own it. You gonna have to sit there with that one and take that out. Trust me, as a man who has been through, I wouldn't sit there and say that as far as the cheating part, but you know, own your shit. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that it needs to be done. Gemini says, "Where have you been, Albert?" What do you mean by that? Mel says, "I would say another reason Eric comes back is that EJ is going to remind him on hitting." Ooh, good, good. I mean, it's he has his reasons for coming back. It's just like, don't wear out your welcome. Autumn, how Luna knows she ain't ish. She was acting in front of Poppy today. Yeah, well, Autumn, that's just why I call her the demon daughter. I call Luna the demon daughter. Okay, you had a rocky upbringing, and that sucks. But like, Gemini says you just said you've been through something, so I asked where. Oh, just in my own previous relationship of just not owning my part in a breakup. Um, I get it. Stuff. I had a breakup, and it was not. It was rough. I'll sit there and say, but I had nobody to blame stuff myself. Hopefully, Adam will sit there and get to that conclusion as well. Kevin says, "I love bringing Thomas back. First wife Gabby instead of Hope." Ooh. Sean says, "I hope Kaylee Monaco goes to the gates. Bob Guza is one of the executive producers." And he says, "That's not okay." What's not okay? I mean, Sean, I hope better for her. I hope she gets another job. She'll be fine. I mean, people are just overreacting. They're overreacting. It was like, hey, Kelly, you ran your course in General Hospital. All right, relax. And he said, "This is not a crime. It's not a normal to be locked up." I mean, yeah, it's not a crime, Annie. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not a crime. I'm saying that she got in the way and she got caught. You know. Yeah, it's just like Annie. I'm sitting there. I'm being harsh on her because she's calling out Finn's name after she sat there and berated that man. Um, oh, you did this. This is your fault. But yet you want to sit there and call out for help. Like, get the fuck out of here. Gemini says, I get it. I'm just messing with you. At this big age, we have all been through. Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I was just telling you my reason for sometimes as a man you gotta sit there and own you gotta sit there and own your L. What? That's my whole thing, Annie. It's like, you got caught. You got caught. So you gotta spend some time in that little cage, calling out Finn's name. I'm not with it. You wanna sit there and berate this man, but when you need help you wanna sit there and call him. Like, no, 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 boo. That's not how that works. Let's see Forrester. I want her to play. I want her to play. I want her to play a model, Kevin. I want her to sit there and play a model. I want the beautiful. I want the beautiful back and Born the Beautiful. Let that chick play a model for a little bit. Listen. I'm not just saying they should keep Kelly Monaco on the Born the Beautiful because, well, you know how the Born the Beautiful is. But have her on there. Ooh, I got a question for people. Which one would you rather see Kelly Monaco on? Young and the Restless or Days of Our Lives? Which one would you rather see Kelly Monaco on? Yeah, no, I actually did. I looked at the preview for it. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but yeah, I do know about. I saw the preview on my YouTube. Francis says, "Albert, you got brooked." Days. Okay, yes, days. Of course, yes. See, yes, Gemini, Autumn. Even yeah, Jess agrees to join that. Yeah, and Warrior says days. Yep, days of our lives. Just as morning, she can retire acting. I'll be fine. Oh goddamn! You're not a fan of her acting. Kevin says Young and Restless. Now Annie says it takes a maniac to be a maniac. That seems like a really good '80s line. But yes, Autumn is right. Yes, Autumn is absolutely right. Her shit has not been exciting in years. What the hell are we supposed to keeping her on for? Her best years was with Jason. Let's be honest. Darby says the Young and Restless because it has more prestige. Okay. So now you like the fact that Xander attacked Brady in a police station in front of the commissioner. You love the fact that Xander attacked Brady in front of the commissioner. Okay, all right, yeah, all right, that's cool, I guess. Francis says, "Who do you think would win, based on Sheila or Loon?" Sheila. Why the Autumn says I would like Kelly on Born and Beautiful be interested. Exactly. Let her do the modeling thing. Let her do the modeling thing. Yes. What's good, Darby? Sean says, Albert, she don't need to go back to jail. She was fired. Happens all the time. Never go back anywhere that wasn't doing anything with her character. Move on. Yep. It's been time. Must have provoked him. That's not exactly what happened. Where he was literally just sitting there talking to Justin. Just said, I don't know how Luna was able to kill Hollis with her little self. Well, Jess, she didn't have to do it. She poisoned Hollis. She put stuff in his drink, in his energy drink, and when Hollis took it, he died. The thing that's messed up though, Jess, is that he was literally gasping for air. He was on the ground choking, and she just sat there. She just looked him right in the eyes as he died. That's some evil shit right there. Um, yes, no, she didn't like whooped his ass or anything like that. No, she poisoned his energy drink. No, that's how she killed. No, no, Jess, that's also no, Jess, that's also how she killed Hollis. She talked to Hollis. It was like, oh well, Deacon has, Deacon was sent to asking for you. So he went to go and see what Deacon or management wanted while he was gone. Um, Luna put something in his drink. Yeah, no, that's what I said. They had bad blood. Yes, yeah, exactly. They had bad blood between them, even though they're family. Yeah, I mean they could be families that have bad blood. Um, exactly, Francis. Exactly, just that chick, just like Francis, that chick was She was somewhat smiling. I don't remember her smiling, but I do remember her looking him dead in the eyes as he was literally having a life. Just well, just it's here's the thing. It's still time to kill Katie. It's still time to kill Katie. Katie ain't exactly off the hook. And he says, "How in the world does Steffi deserve to be locked up in a cage, locked up and put into a cage?" Who said that she deserves to be in a cage? I said she should stay in the cage for a while. I did not sit there and say that she deserves to be in a cage. I said let her ass stay in the cage, think about the actions that she's done to Finn, and you know, contemplate that shit. She could work for the CIA. I don't get her working for CIA vibes. That's like trying to get Tara Reid to sit there and be a scientist. Some things are just not. Some things just not. They don't look right. What's good, Shakira? No, just there's still time to sit there and take out what you call it. Do you think Bill is banned from the restaurant? No, Kevin. Bill will sit there and come in, talk shit about Deacon and Sheila, and he still won't be banned. So no. What's good, Shakira? Hope all is well with you. All right, I'm gonna sit there and get my water. I'm gonna put my water on the stove. So I'll be right back. Yeah, no, 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 no. Let Steffi stay in that cage for a little bit. Let her think about the shit that she did. Will stay the same. Will blow. Why are you putting water on the stove? No, I mean I need to boil my water for my ramen noodles. I said it incorrectly. All right, be right back. Okay. The hell was I actually at? Oh yeah, I said that she needs to stay her ass in the cage for a little bit. But no, why no is actually pretty good. Why no is actually pretty good today. And like I said with Ava, I'm just like, boo, you chose wrong. You chose to sit there and hang out with John. Like, what did you think was going to end up happening? You know. Sonny literally sat there and gave you a roadmap. Gotta have the ramen, Francis. Gotta have the ramen. And it says, what do you what okay, Albert says, Albert, what Sam leaving do you think Christina character will grow up or stay the same? Probably stay the same. She will probably stay the same. I don't see her growing up anytime soon. What's good, Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ? Um, Apparently so, Jess. I mean, and it's actually really funny. It's the way that Sonny actually gave the exposition and was literally snipped there saying when he told Ava, "Listen, John is going to kill you, and he's going to sit there and frame me for doing it. You need to come with me." It's kind of weird how he knew that. Like he knew exactly what John was going to do, and even by soap standards, that didn't really make a lot of sense. It really didn't. But she chose to go with him, and I'm like, boo. Now she realized that she effed up and that she's going to get killed. I'm doing good, Black Man. I had the day off. I had the day off from work, so yes, I was actually very happy. Shakira said poison. What? Audra wasn't on today. Nope, she was not on, but Victor told Kyle to fire Claire. Yeah, he's yes, he's definitely off the rails at this point. Mel says Albert Art the clown on Terrifier horror movie is an art like is an icon like Freddy Krueger. Jason, whoa, uh, Mel, I'm an '80s kid. Um, I don't know if that guy is on the same level as Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, or Michael Myers. Oh, well, even more gore. Okay, icon. I don't know about being icon. He might be gory and stuff like that, but Freddy and Michael Myers, no, they not on the same level. They not on the same level. They're not even close. Deluxe says, I don't watch this soap, but how long has this Steffi chick been locked in the cage? Only 2 days. But that's the thing, Deluxe. When it comes to a soap operas, a day could be nearly a whole week. I don't even understand why Luna gave her water and food. What was the point of that? What's the point of giving her water and food if you're just going to wait until the demolition team to decide to kill her anyway? What's the point of that? I don't get that. Which, by the way, I just again for the new people that are coming in, I want to point out how stupid this Luna taking. Well, what Luna's plan is. So Luna's plan is to have the demolition team. I'm not. We're not down with what, Annie? It's to have the. What are you not down with? How did Luna even get that cage? Oh, very good point. Yeah, if I get some time, I'll definitely. Yeah, Mal, you know me. I love horror movies, so I get some time to definitely watch it. Absolutely. But her plan is to sit there and let the demolition team come in and demolish the building and killing Steffi in the process. But the problem is that most demolition is that whenever they destroy a building, they have to check to sit there and make sure that there's not people inside. So, like, somebody's going to find Steffi. That does not make sense for them to just destroy a building and not check to see if there's not squatters there. But yes, and that's another damn question, Jess. I mean, when did she have time to sit there and get a cage? Was she plan on caging somebody all along? Shakira says lunatic Luna set up her own mama in prison for something she didn't do. Katie owned her an apology once the truth comes out. That's very true. That's right. She's a mastermind. Jeff, see, this is what I was the same, well, almost about Connie. Because Connie isn't really a mastermind. She just has plot armor. She just has plot armor. Oh, now Justin. Yeah, I mean, Annie, that's true. But that's what she's choosing to do. She's choosing to sit there and hold Steffi captive. So it's going to be a little danger. And Steffi's going to be fine. Okay, so anyone that's sitting there saying, "Oh my God, what's going to wind up happening to Steffi?" She's going to be fine. Okay, because in reality, Luna should have just killed her. This is what you call plot armor. That chick's only on the show for a very long time because it would not make sense for you to sit there and kill Thomas, kill Tom, kill Hollis, set your own mother for set your own mother up to go to prison, but you leave Steffi alive. What's your big plan? I'm gonna put her in a cage. Okay, you're gonna starve her to death. No, no, no. I'm gonna give her food and water. Oh, okay. Why she put her in a cage? Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, exactly. And that's why I call her the demon. That's why I call her the demon daughter. That's why I call her the demon daughter. So we're gonna sit there and yes, no, and that's what makes it so stupid. That's what makes it so stupid in a lot of ways. Because she's a character that has been on the show for a long time, and they are so afraid to sit there killing her off that it just doesn't make any sense. So yes, thank you. And he says, "Why is it evil because she did it to a man?" What? Annie, where are you going with this? Why do I have a feeling like you're taking something and you're taking it out of context and you're making and maybe if I'm wrong, but why are you making this about a man? I don't understand that. Why is it evil because she did it to a man? Where are you going with this? I want to make sure that I know where you're going with this before neither a man or a woman should be attacked by Luna for any reason. Yeah, and I don't understand why you're making this about a man or a woman thing. I don't get that. Why are you making this about a sex thing? Like why even bring that in there for? Now Mel says Steffi was smart not to drink the water or eat anything because Luna. Well, see, Mel, that's the reason why it doesn't make sense. Okay, because if she wanted to kill her, she would have killed her. So what? Is she just gonna? So what? Steffi just gonna make her job a lot easier by dying of dehydration and amount and food? If she wanted to kill her, she would have. So she's sitting there banging on the cage, yelling and screaming like a goddamn idiot, and she ain't doing nothing except for expending her energy. Yeah, the food and the water should be the least of her problems. As John was putting the pieces together about Brady drinking and him acting off, so he definitely going to investigate to find out. Oh, okay. I didn't think of that. Well, I kind of didn't think of that. Well, maybe I would have if I would actually did a review. But I had to sit there and talk about the whole Kelly Monaco being fired and people being in such an outrage. Oh my god. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it sucks, but it should be fine. I take offense. I used to love your impartially, but it's not that way anymore. Well, what are you talking about, Annie? What do you mean that you're taking offense? Um, how are you taking offense? I didn't write the story. You want to take offense? Take offense to the writers that actually is writing the story. So, like, what are you talking about? I didn't write Steffy being put in the cage. You got a problem with that? Talk to Brad Bell. Francis says poor Everett, they didn't even have a funeral for him. Yeah, exactly, because he was such a forgettable character. Blackmon says Kelly looked bored. Kelly looked bored doing GH. Yeah, hence why I sat there and said that she's been phoning it in for years. Exactly, and this is my whole thing. It's not exactly. And Michael Easton, he got fired. It's business. Like it's a business. I don't understand why people getting that worked up over it. I feel like there's so much more important things in the world to sit there and be outraged about that her being fired should not be one of them. And just to be clear, everybody, everybody, no one gets spared the ride. Okay, I've been coming at Steffi, I come at Hope, I'll come at Ridge, just as I don't get it either. She'll be okay. I mean, yeah, just there was some things that happened in her life, fire, burning down her house, Billy Miller. She's a strong chick. She'll be fine. Lisa as Luna has a 1 year contract, so she is wasted character, never a legacy character. Okay. So she is a wasted character, never a legacy character. Well, I mean, no. To be honest, it's not like she can't become a legacy character. Like she could become a legacy character just like Steffi if the show actually lasts that long. But let's be honest now, that show has 1 year to sit there and get its ish together. Otherwise, it's dunzo. Dunzo for that show. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go get my water before my pot burns. What's good, Eagle Fang? Who is more crazy, Luna or Christina or both? Luna. Come on. Come on, Eagle Fang. Christina isn't crazy. She's grieving, honestly. That's not crazy. The way she's going about it and the things that she's saying could be a little splitting, but we both know it's Luna. Eagle Fang is Luna the demon daughter. Okay? She's turning into Nina. I don't see how she's turning into Nina. I don't see how she's turning into Nina. There's only one Nina on the show. No, it's Luna the demon daughter. Alright, I'll be right back. We know what she wants, Jason. And, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, for me personally, I'm very. I don't like this. I don't like this word. I'm very split on the whole Christina thing because on one hand, she is a grieving mother. On the other hand, she did sit there and tell Molly, "Hey, listen." Here's the thing. She begged Molly. She begged Molly to oh, okay. Ashley Jones as Bridges coming back. I mean, that's cool now that she's coming back, I guess. But like, Bold and the Beautiful has a tendency of bringing in characters just because and not for a specific reason. You know, they brought back Ivy, and what did Ivy do? What did Ivy do when she came back? Eagle fan says even in the case, Steffi is still trying to act like she's exactly. Thank you, thank you, Eagle Fang. I sat there and was like, sit your ass down. Okay, she's still sitting there talking about let me out, let me out. I'm like, yeah, if you keep sitting there saying that to her, that's exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna let you out just because you said it so nicely. Like, no, boo, you're not in control of the situation. Why the hell do you still sit there acting like you are? Why are you sitting there acting like you still are in control of something? You're not in control of anything, boo. She is the one that's holding the cards. For some odd reason, she decides to give her food and water. The stuff he doesn't take, and I'm like, okay, cool. I guess you could just sit there and make Luna's job a lot easier. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's what you should do. That's what you should definitely do. Make her job so much more easier by dying of dehydration and malnutrition, I think. But you know what I'm saying. Talking about you're not going to get away with this. How are you saying that and you're the one that's in the cage? Let me see what kind of comments I missed while I was going. No, there's only one Nina. There's only one Nina Eagle Fang. As exactly, she never had plans to start a family, and she's treating it like she's giving up her baby for adoption. By biology, she is, but this is a different situation. It's very split, Ed. It's very split. Um, People have sat there and asked me, "Are you Team Christina? Are you Team Molly?" And to be honest, I'm well. One, I don't do teams, but two, I can see both of their sides. Both of them have valid points. You know, Christina said today that I couldn't steal something that wasn't. You know, I can't steal something that, or Molly couldn't steal. No, she said that I couldn't steal something that's not already mine. You know, if Molly wants to then talk about I'm stealing the child from her, well, that's not your child. Yes, there was an agreement, Cynthia saying that that was your child, but at the end of the day, one, she could change her mind, and two, biology, that is her child. So, what am I really stealing from? A Never Let Go horror movie is coming out September 20th, and I watched the trailer. Never Let Go. Hmm. Well, I love me some Holly Berry, and I do love a horror movie, so let's hope it's good. I still, well, when it comes on demand to watch A Quiet Place Part 3, still got to sit there and watch that. I didn't watch that yet. Now, what the hell is going to sit there and say? Days of Our Lives. Shakira says Sam's death brings Molly and Christina close together. I mean, That's yeah, exactly, Shakira. It's either that or it's going to drive them further apart. It's either that, yeah, and it's funny too, Shakira, because somebody else said that. I think it was either Francis or somebody, but I was like, Evil Fan says I've been watching some of the Korean drama on Netflix, some zombie flicks. Yeah, I think it's called I think there's one called Tuscany Sun or something like that. I think that's what it's called. And it's about these people on the train. They actually made I think three of them. And I still gotta watch the first one, even. I think I know what you're talking about. Yep. I still gotta watch the first one, even thing. I really want to watch it too. Just about time though, even thing. You know? But it does look good though. I mean, I think they made like three movies out of them, so it can't be that bad. I don't normally watch. Zombie movies are very hit and miss, but that one does look pretty good though. Eagle Fang says for Cobra Kai, ending the shows to watch are getting smaller for me. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I think for me, Eagle Fang is because there's stuff I'm still catching up to that I have a little bit more of a selection. Like there's stuff I still got to finish. I still got to finish watching This Is Us. Still got three more episodes of that. Still got Titans. I still got Stargirl. I still got Superman, Lois, and there's a couple more things to sit there and watch. Plus some stuff on Amazon too, like Invincible. Eagle Fang. I mean, Ed. Yeah, it's a lot of people to blame. My whole thing is Ed is that while Molly wants to sit there and blame Christina, Molly, you said yes to Christina. TJ, you went along with the whole idea. And I know people could sit there and say, but TJ did speak up. Well, he didn't speak up loud enough. Okay. If he did, he 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 decided to cave for his wife. And I don't care the reason why he did it. He still did it. Shakira says, are they bringing Julie back for Santorino? I doubt that, Shakira. The character's dead, so it was pointless to bring back Francis Ivy. It was completely pointless. Just like Francis, just like bringing back Xander, on Born the Beautiful. That was also pointless. Oh, what's good, Denise? Second day here. What's good, Denise? How are you doing tonight? It was entirely important. It was entirely pointless to sit there and bring back Ivy. I see. Here's the thing. I see why people do not like Liam. I don't hate Liam as much as other people do. I mean, I kind of find the word hate to be kind of over exaggerated for a fictional character, but like, I did think he was out of pocket for saying that Finn, destroys or is a wrecking ball to Steffy's life. When you sat there and you kissed a woman twice, you know, like you want to sit there and talk about wrecking ball. You literally are wrecking her marriage by doing that. Of course, Steffi, likes to wreck her own marriage by sitting there not saying anything and allowing it to. I'm not gonna sit there and say allowing it because she didn't allow it to happen a second time, but like the fact that she didn't tell her husband the first time about the kiss is just unacceptable by any standards. It's just literally unacceptable. I did not give this time to settle. Not bad. But yeah, Chrissy. Francis says, "Sorry, I've had to go. I have company at my house." I saw good, Francis. It was good to sit there and see you. Thank you for joining tonight. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. And you have a great night. Shakira says, "Come on, Albert. No one stays dead on set." I mean, that's true. That's true, Shakira. Um, so it's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible. You know, it's possible, Shakira. Which they are not done. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, Mel. And I like the first two, so I'm definitely gonna watch the third one. I couldn't watch it in theaters. There's just not enough time and everything to do it, but I am gonna watch it. Plus, the movies got expensive. I spent $18 during a morning matinee to watch Deadpool. Fucking nearly $20. That's like, I mean, very ugly, Ed. Very ugly because Sarah's worried that he's gonna sit there and literally lose his goddamn mind. Just as yeah, I spent $18 on a movie ticket. Yeah, it's a lot, Jess. And that was good, but ridiculous. But it's a good thing. I like the movie. Yeah, exactly, Jess. And I love Deadpool. It was a great movie. It was probably among my favorite movies this year, if not my second favorite. But I mean, and that's the thing though, Jess, because it's like you spend nearly 30 minutes getting through the commercials. And I don't just mean movie previews, I mean TV commercials. You have to sit there and literally watch TV commercials before you watch the movie commercial, before you watch the movie theater previews. I saw The Crow was pretty good. I'm glad you liked it, Jess. I heard it was very mixed feelings. Um, but to be fair, Jess, I think that people compare the '80s version of The Crow to this version. Um, and I don't think that that was right. It's like it's not going to be the same. It's not meant to be the same. This is for a new generation. But people love that they compare. Oh, I like the original one better. Okay, well that's great. But then they say I watched Brock TV. He said budget cuts and change and asked Kelly to pay cut. She agreed. Then she wanted to cut her episodes, and she did agree. Okay, interesting. Why is it not going down? Just as yeah, it was a bit of a bit of bad reviews, but people were just complaining. And yeah, it's not a remake. Is definitely for a new generation. Yes, I was surprised when I saw it. It wasn't even that bad. They dragged it. Yeah. Well, I'll say this much, Jess. Most people will give it a bad review because they get better numbers. Okay. Um, better clicks, better views. I feel like that's part of it. I feel like that's part of it, unfortunately. Listen, if I did a review and I gave it a really bad, um, or I give it a title that's really bad, I'm pretty sure I'd get more views than if I sit there and say, "Well, it was a good movie" on any movie. So there's that as well. I never actually saw the original though. I never actually saw the original Crow movie. So if I actually did watch the new one, I think it would actually be good because I wouldn't be so jaded by you know trying to do a comparison. Even if I do it on a subconscious level. I heard some stories though that on Denise. Yeah, I probably would, Jess. It's too bad I didn't get to see it, but I guess that'll be another movie I'll sit there and watch on demand. Yes, man, I saw the trailer. It's good. I'm really looking forward to December now. Just a bunch of boomers upset. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say boomers, but yeah. What Jess is really what they're saying, just a bunch of old heads, okay? Just a bunch of old ass people being upset and crying in their damn diapers. That's pretty much what she just said. I said boomers. Yeah, I know what you said, Jess. I'm just expanding on what you said. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna see that movie. And without, yeah, no, I'm saying that shit. Nah, I meant boomers. I okay. Sure. Okay, you meant boomers. Got it. I'm not gonna sit there and try to twist your words for another 3 minutes. Yeah, no, like I said, one day, maybe one day if I'm really bored, I'll sit there and watch it. But I think I would see the new one first. I think I would see the new one first before I saw the old one. Because I don't want to sit there and have it color my vision of when I watch the new one. So I think I'll watch the new one first. We got to plan it out, Sierra. I want to. I definitely want to. It was actually a lot of fun, but I want to, Sierra. It's been very busy, but yeah. Next time I get an opportunity, I definitely will. Animal says in your Kelly Monaco leaving video, you are right. Kelly Monaco will land on her feet. They always do. And Brock TV said, even said Lulu is the love of Dante's life. It was always weird to me. It was always weird to me. That's some weird like brother and sister kind of shit to me. Like even though they're not blood related, it's still just weird. It's just some weird shit. Like, and I've always felt it was weird. I always felt like that shit was just weird. Justin says Steffy blamed it on herself after judging Hope to stay away from Finn, and what was Luna thinking, framing her own mom, her mother, Poppy, and Katie owes Poppy an apology. Yeah, that's I agree with that 100%. Oh, and Jess, that comment's for you. I have a hard. Well, except for Guardians of the Galaxy was the only one that actually made me tear up. Guardian of the Galaxy was probably actually Guardian of the Galaxy 3 was the only movie that actually made me tear up. I don't generally, unless it's This Is Us, unless it's This Is Us, um, I don't generally tend to cry over like movies or TV and stuff like that. But Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and This Is Us is probably the only stuff that actually got me there. That's right, Animal. Sam is a constellation prize. She is. and a weird one at that, and a weird one at that. But no, Animal, well, Animal, I don't know if you watch the other soap operas, but what soap opera would you want her to go to? What soap opera would you want her to go to? Kelly Monaco. Very curious on your opinion. Okay, now Autumn says Sally is a hypocrite because she cheated on Nick with Adam. She got pregnant by Adam, but she continued to cheat on with Nick with Adam while she was pregnant with Adam baby. So this is her karma. Okay, I I agree with you in some ways. I agree with you in some ways. In some ways. Alright. My laptop is fully charged because I forgot to charge it. Um, our analyst says she can go to Young and Restless and she can play Jason Thomas' new love interest. Oh yeah, Animal Part Two of Sam and Patrick Drake. That again, that's for me. That's where the writing just kind of like went all over the place when they decided to do that. That's when I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe they need to retire the same character because this shit ain't making any damn sense. Like it's really not. It's really not making any damn sense. All right, I'm gonna sit there and switch to my laptop now since it's actually charged up. Okay, so it's gonna be so it's gonna be oof, let's not hear my own voice. Let's not do that. Kaiwan, what's good? You're in episode. No, have a good day. I don't know what you said, Kaiwan, but it's nice to see you. Gonna be a black screen, and then I will be right back. Let's sit there and see if that worked. Now, Animal said. Animal said. Ooh, okay, it's good. I'll do that again. I, I, I don't know, Animal. I think belong is kind of a. I respect your opinion. I don't really do the whole lovey-dovey thing. Um, sit there and say that Patrick belongs with Robin and not Sam. I think, like, let's put it this way, Animal. I think it's an odd pairing. I think it's an odd pairing that um, that just showed me that she didn't really, and she cares back. That showed me that they didn't know what to do with her, right? But I wouldn't necessarily use the word belong, but I respect your opinion, though. Which which Lucy, Ed? You talking about the Young and the Red? I mean, General Hospital. I mean, if you're talking about General Hospital, I think that Lucy's a dingbat.
So she's always been a dingbat. So that's my whole take on her coming back. That she's a dingbat. So I'm not really too excited about her returning. If that makes sense. Oh, Lucky. Oh, Lucky. My bad. I'm happy. Ed, I'm happy. I'm happy that Lucky's coming back. I like the Lucky character. I like this version of Lucky. I think that this version of Lucky is I think this version of Lucky is kind of like his dad in a lot of ways. So I'm liking that part. Um, Ed. So yeah, I'm psyched. I'm psyched for him to come back. Let's get some music up in there. But I mean, yeah, no, Ed, no. Lucy is still a dingbat. You know, actually, it's really funny, Ed. Both Lucys are annoying. Okay, the Jason part of the Lucky storyline. That's good. I like Lucky and I like Jason, so I'll be happy about that. I'll be happy about that. Oh shit. Okay. I want this here, and I want this over here. But yeah, I'm cool with that. Emma says I can't wait to see Dante and Carly scene tomorrow. Oh yes, Animal, because I'm gonna be honest, somebody's gonna get the smoke. Somebody's gonna get the smoke tomorrow. And I have a feeling like it's going to be Dante, but it could be Carly, it could be both. Because as I always sit there and say, Animal, no one is spared the rod. Okay, everybody gets it. Everybody gets that treatment from the rod. But I did feel like with Tracy, I felt like I was going to give her, I was going to drag her more than what I wound up doing. But she wasn't really that like. I mean, she was over the top, and I definitely practically was like, Tracy, you need to sit there and kind of shut your mouth, as opposed, shut your mouth and not really. Isn't they're judging their relationship. There's no relationship is perfect, and everyone has their issues. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, man, you remind me about the whole Tobias thing. But you know what? Maybe they won't. Lucky is back, right? So maybe there was something waiting for Lucky to actually get on the show to really kind of address this. You know, um, Aiden's there coming out to Lucky as gay, him being bullied and stuff, and how Lucky's going to sit there and guide Aiden. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you got that. You got the way that Lucky has been acting. So yeah, I'm excited. Maybe or maybe not, Ed. I mean, maybe or maybe not, Animal. You gotta sit there and remember, sometimes this stuff happens off screen. Shakira says, I wonder if stories will be on Monday and no days be on Monday because they're on Peacock. That's a good question. That's a good question, Shakira. It's like for me when I sit there and I look at it, it's like, okay, so I guess my workload is gonna be a little more lighter when it comes to us reviewing stuff. Because I mean, if Days just gonna sit there and be doing their own thing, then I review Days. Listen, I've been wanting to review Days, but B&B has been good, and it's a lot shorter and a lot easier to review than Days of Our Lives. Oh, trust me, I would love to sit there and do all four, but shit can get kind of complicated, to be honest. I mean, well, not complicated. It could just be time consuming and time that I don't necessarily have. I'm not ignoring anyone. I promise. I'm so ready for oof, I'm not ready for that, Denise. I'll be honest. I'm not ready for that. But I'm happy that you're looking forward to that story. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get more dislikes on my Kelly Monaco video. I'm really surprised by that. I mean, I think my assessment towards the Kelly Monaco situation was what it was. You know, I don't think that I was charged. It was actually really interesting. Somebody sat there and said that I ripped Sam a new one. That I've been ripping into Sam for a while, and I'm like, if you think that that was me ripping Sam apart, trust me, you haven't actually seen me rip a character apart. When I rip somebody apart, you're not. Yeah, a lot of people are animal. I don't know if what you call it's gonna be back though. Yeah, and like I said, I felt like I was pretty fair. I wasn't gonna sit there and be sugarcoating things or being a care bear about it, but like, you know, but somebody sit there and say that I was ripping her apart. It's like you haven't seen me actually rip anyone apart. Uh, no, she has not. Um, animal, which is why I'm like, okay. I mean, people are losing their minds and being outraged. Like, uh, I don't get it. But again, I don't. I look at this more as entertainment, and I understand that it's a business. And some people, I feel like in some ways, kind of take it a little bit too far. You know, especially some of the stuff I heard on Twitter, the way that people was talking about General Hospital and Sam Holt and the whole Sam situation. I'm like, y'all need Jesus. Like y'all doing a little bit too much. Thank you, Animal. It is a business decision. I don't understand. Like I don't understand why people can't. I don't know. It did not take long for Janet to have not just surprise, just not surprise. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about people. I think it's a good story so far, so I'm rocking with it. They need a certain level of mischief and something happened bad to her character. And the thing about Fiona is that she's not annoying. So I can rock with Fiona, her lying and scheming and everything like that. I'm totally fine with that. Sophia, on the other hand, has just been an annoying pain in the ass. Connie has just been an annoying pain in the ass. So Fiona is actually a very welcoming kind of villain, and I think it's a good story for Brady. It says Sam last good storyline are when Billy Miller was recast as Sam and Steve Burton retired. Yeah, with the whole Shiloh thing, the Shiloh storyline was the last great storyline that they did. Oh, it's still on. Yeah, it's funny. I'm thinking of watching that new show, even though I really should because I don't have a lot of time. The one where they're on the boat and you got the doctors and that they're trying to save these passengers on this like luxury cruise ship or something. Like I shouldn't watch it because I really don't have the time, but I have a feeling I'm gonna wind up watching it. If nothing else, I could sit there and review some episodes, see what happens. And hopefully, if Teresa does come back, she they have another actress. And they don't have that whole one Risa shit. Sean says, "Oh, what's your favorite ramen noodles are you eating if you're not yet?" No, you can ask me that. Chicken one. I like the chicken one. Um, there you go. Oh, there you go. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one I eat the most. So I'll sit there and say this one, the chicken one. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sean. I mostly eat the noodles because it's the least messiest food. Like I would love to sit there and I shouldn't sit there and say spaghetti, but I would love to sit there and try other kind of foods. It just I don't want it to be super messy. You know? Not trying to be on camera with a mouthful of says I'll be fine with Janice Lily or Teresa, but for now we can chill on the character. Yeah. Um that whole Ed, here's the thing. Days so far is a very solid show. I can sit there and recommend Days to anyone, and they don't have too many mess ups. That was a big mess up. I can't even remember the actress name now, but that was a huge mess up that they should have never done. Mel says my intuition is that Sarah's going to remember her memories coming back. One who really hit her. Well, yeah. I think that's going to be everyone's intuition. I wouldn't sit there and say intuition. I just think that's just going to be the natural course of the show. Carrie says, I'm sure you're. Carrie says, I'm sure your stove is also appreciate your gesture. Kyrie, you know what I have. You know what happened, Kyrie. Start stirring the pot. We'll start stirring the pot. Hmm. No, Ron. How about it? How about it not be that? I don't know I don't know when that joke was actually funny, but you already know how I feel about her. Ed said the actress name. Oh, it's Emily O'Brien who Oh, thank you, Ed. Yeah, yeah, that was a massive mess up. Animal, some character that's super annoying. That's all you need to know. Animal, and Ron is not there taking a joke and just well, he's just playing out a tired joke. That's all. But yeah, no, Ed, that was a massive F up. Monique says Billy has cheated before and cries foul when it's done to him. He got with Chelsea by cheating on Lily. Sally got with Adam cheating on Nick. How you get them is how you lose them. Hmm. What's good, LaShanta? Kyrie says, ironically, you're not stirring the pot is what made that. That's my boy right there. That's good. That's good. I can't be mad at you for that one. That's good. Yeah, Animal. It's a character from Days. She's a villain, but her personality is super annoying. Her personality is super annoying, and she has this thing called plot device, which is like just a lazy form of writing. But long story short, Animal, she's just super annoying. Yeah, and I hope if it's not even before. Um, and that's the thing, Ed. A lot of people are looking at it that way. They're like they want that chick to be gone. They're just annoyed with her. Her personality is just very grating. Like Jan Spears' personality was kind of grating, but hers is even worse. Like, her shit is even worse. And I don't know, just the I'm kind of over it. Unless somebody else wants to sit there and talk about Kelly Monaco's being fired. I personally just think that we're never gonna know the true story behind that firing. It was a oh yes, you're right, Animal Connie Pecanera. Yes, yes. I totally forgot about that. Oh, Fabby, I like that. Shakira Fabby. Where's my pen at? Let me write that down. Fabby, fake Abby. Nice, I like that. Well, I never actually said I was happy, Ron. I mean, was I smiling when I said it? Is that how you knew I was happy? I said Jan never did monologues one day. She did monologues all the time. She came across as a damn DC villain, to be honest. And I guess I get it. I think it's a normal reaction, though, Monique. You know, you cheat on somebody else, but somebody cheats on you, and you're going to be upset. I think that's a normal reaction. I don't think that you're going to sit there and be like, well, I should be upset with Adam because he cheated on me, but I cheated on somebody else, so I guess I should sit there and just take my L. Like I don't think that's the normal reaction. Um, I get the idea that you shouldn't sit there and call foul when it's done to you. Oh, for holding your woman Melinda, right? Rams TV, what's good, Rams? Rams, what do you think about Kelly Monaco being fired? What do you think about her? What do you think about her sniffing at her walking papers? Her pink slip. Was good, Jonathan. Lashonda, I think that Shakira was talking about a woman named Monique in the chat. She wasn't talking about you. There's a woman in the chat named Monique, so she didn't get your middle name just because of whatever. It's because there's literally a Monique in there in the chat. Rashanta says Billy better watch out. I can't believe Adam admitted to loving Chelsea. I can't admit it. I can't believe that it took him 40 minutes to answer a simple damn question. That's what I can't believe. He did, Jonathan. I mean, he did it right in a police station in front of cops and a commissioner. Like, bro, what are you doing? That says, Albert, who do you want? Who do you want to fight Connie in this storyline? Gabby, Wendy, or Ava? I would sit there and say Wendy. Ed. I would sit there and say Wendy because Wendy's brother was killed by Connie, and I feel like that would be like some perfect justice right there. Yeah, animal. That's all he really does is sit there and lie like there's no tomorrow. Graham says it's horrible, it's crazy that she's just a number like we are with 9 to 5s. Okay, interesting. I respect that. I respect your take on the situation. The problem is, Jonathan, it's not so much that John, like Quantum Jagger, wants to kill Ava. It's the fact that Sonny knew about it. Like he knew how that was going to go out. And I feel like that's just a level of plot, not so much as smart writing. I also feel like Ava's kind of stupid for going along with John, since she stopped trusting him. Or just like, oh, I don't trust you as much, but I'm going to sit there and um, I'm going to sit there and go with you anyway, even though I don't fully trust you. Yes, Jonathan, I do. I do. Ooh, Jonathan, let me ask you a question. What do you think of Kelly Monaco's firing? We talked about it for a little bit, but it's like, let's just sit there and say that the conversation kind of went tits up a little bit. What are your thoughts about it? I mean, yeah, I get that. I do. I know that, Ed, but like, I'm still gonna call it out though, because somebody has to, Ed. It's absolutely insane. So she's been there for 21 plus years. She's been part of the promo since she started, and they just threw her to the back burner when she got with Patrick. Good, Ed. Good. I'm glad. See, Ed, you fit right in. You fit right in, Ed. No one gets spared the rod. See, I'm glad that you're giving your opinion, Rams. I don't know if you actually watched my video. I sat there and said, "Hey, listen, Kelly has ran her course. The Sam character has ran his course a long time ago. They didn't know what to do with her. They put her with Patrick. I think that should have been obvious that they should have probably have retired that character then. Rams, I'm not. I'm not um I'm not celebrating or being overjoyed that somebody got fired, but it's business. And I think that people are taking this firing things to. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Oh yeah, no. When you get a chance to watch it, let me know what your thoughts are. Um, but it's a business at the end of the day. And I think that some people are taking this a little bit too far. Like, there's a lot of things in this world to be outraged about. Firing of an actor or an actress is not one of them. No, whenever you get a chance, watch it. I try to be fair and balanced. I mean, I don't try to be fair and balanced. I think it was fair and balanced. Yeah, they are. No, I can agree with that. Yeah, Graham. I've seen some of the stuff on. Have a nice, Sean. It was really great to see you. I've seen some of the stuff on what you call it on Twitter. People just losing their goddamn minds. Thank you, Jonathan. That was the last good storyline that she had. Was the Shiloh stuff. That was the last good stuff that she had with the Shiloh stuff. After that, it's just. I mean, I don't know what they want people to sit there and keep on the show for. Let us go to Days. Go to Days of Our Lives. Go to Born and Beautiful. There's other soaps she could be on. What's good, cherry ice cream? Then he has the Quartermains. True, and well, I mean, Jason still wants to sit there and be mobbing for us, so he wants to sit there and choose the mob life over his kids. So let his kids go. Last good stuff that they had. Terrence says earlier I was watching you downstairs on my YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Terrence Crow. I appreciate you always. Well, that's good, Ron. I hope he makes a full recovery. And I don't get a chance to watch him as often as I would like. But I do hope that he makes a full recovery though. That's something I hope for the animal says Albert, look Albert, and everyone. Kelly Monaco will land on her feet. Exactly. She's gonna land on her feet. She's gonna be just fine. It's not sit there and try to act like this is the end of the goddamn world. It's really not. Johnson says, "Do you remember when Hope was Princess Geo on Days during?" Yeah, no, no, I don't. I wasn't watching it. I wasn't watching it then. Graham said, "Just letting everyone know that the ABC app is about to be removed." What? Oh, oh, that ain't good. It's actually pretty stupid. I wonder what they're gonna do to replace it. I mean, do they not understand that not everyone watches ABC on their TVs? Some people watch the stuff on the go. Oh yes, well, I kind of was during the middle part, but I don't remember. I don't remember that. I think I kind of remember that was that one time that Sierra and Ben saw. Never mind. Yeah, when she was pretending. Yes, yes, I do remember that. I remember Sierra and Ben going to some place, and when Steve thought he was Steffy. Didn't know. No, I don't remember that. No. Animal says people should be more worried about school blank and not. Yeah, that's yes, animal. That's what I'm simply saying. Like, there's much more things in this world to be outraged over than simply that. Yes. I agree. Animal says it would be fun to see if Kalamanavu could end up on the case. I like to see that show as a new type of character. Yes. You know, Chuck, I think like maybe about three or four other people have said the same thing. I say the Young and Restless are Days of Our Lives, but yeah, the Gates could be cool. It's a new show, get exposure and everything. Why not? It might have been Jonathan. It might have been. Because, here's the thing, Jonathan. Here's when I started watching the show. I started watching the show when Justin and Kayla was about to get married, but then she decided not to marry Kayla because Steve came back. And she was upset with Steve because he left for reasons I don't know about. So that's when I started watching it. And I remember that too because I was like, I'm not feeling this Kayla character. Ron said Alexander making me sick. They should have thrown his effing ass in jail. He thinks he is Big Bad Wolf F him. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. Exactly the reason why I do not sit there and monetize these live streams. People feel the need to constantly curse every goddamn time. Graham says I figure ABC trying to go to streaming, but they're erasing it like how WWE is going to Netflix in July. I hope they have a backup plan. Have a good night, Shakira. It was really good to see you. I hope they have a backup plan. Because if not, that's just a very asinine move. Johnson says what I'm getting at is on days the real Princess Gina had a daughter named Greta and maybe Calamari. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think that she should go. She should go to days. I think she should go to days. I can't. In some ways, it's like it's hard to sit there and picture her on Y&R because I feel like her character would be like an Audrey Charles kind of character, and they already have one. So I don't know what she can necessarily do on there. Sense. Comment here, Jonathan. As said, I saw the princess Gina stop on Hoganville. She was Gina and threw Jennifer off the balcony back when Steve was programmed as Stefano. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, I wasn't watching it back then. I started doing YouTube in late 2019, and I was only doing General Hospital reviews. I was only watching General Hospital, and I'm actually glad that my subscribers told me about. Now Ron says, Albert, if I was a member on Phoenix and I cursed in his live, he would have blocked me from his channel. He doesn't want anyone cursing. So why'd you feel comfortable cursing my stream? Like why'd you feel comfortable cursing my stream if you weren't cursing his? No, she has entitlement issues. I mean, hell, she literally killed off her. She literally sat there and killed her dad because she wanted to have the good life, and she didn't want her washed up rock star of a father to get in the way of her plans of getting that golden pot. And granted, she was with RJ, who does have money. He doesn't have Bill money, but she has money though, because you curse and Rock curses in your stream. That's a reasonable and acceptable. That's an acceptable answer. That's an acceptable answer. 61 years, animal. That's right. 61 goddamn years. See, Ron, you can be observant when you want. You can sit there and say some same stuff when you want. No, they do not. Um. No, no, they don't. Okay, Ron. No, no, I get your point. And yes, no, they don't. They don't like cursing. Just I get it. Animal, I do. It's not advertiser friendly. And so, I mean, animal, there's just a number of different reasons why I don't monetize these videos, which is fine, you know. 'Cause I don't feel like that they're cherry picking every person's comments and what they can and can't say. I think that most people are kind of smart enough to know what they really shouldn't say. But even cursing, I don't think it's really that bad. But it is what it is. So it's just like, Johnson says, do you think Xander might get arrested? It's a possibility. He does have a short temper. He does have a short temper. And he has been known to fly off the handle, regardless of what Sarah has sat there and practically begged and pleaded him not to do. But what would he get arrested for, though? Right? I mean, if I guess the only thing he can get arrested for is fighting or trying to kill Brady. Yes. So I mean, like in the police station, I think Jada's gonna let that go. I think Jada's gonna let that go. She's gonna be like, you know what? Listen, you got a daughter. Your your wife is in a wheelchair right now, so I'm gonna sit there and just give you that one warning. Wow. Okay. So Ronnie Ron is not a fan of Xana, and yeah, he did sit there, and that's another thing. He did sit there, Jonathan, and assaulted Xander. I mean, assaulted Brady right in front of um. That'd be a good skit. That'd be a good comedy skit. That'd be a good comedy skit. But like Ed said, he's not gonna sit there and brush charges down. But the thing is, Ed, Brady makes bail. Xander can still come after him, and that could be a way that he can get arrested for assault or attempted murder. Which I guess will be exciting, but it'll also be pretty stupid. Though it's like, bro, your wife is in a wheelchair, and she's asking and begging you not to. She's asking, begging you not to do anything stupid, and you go and you do something stupid like that. See, this has always been my problem with Sarah and Xander is that Sarah never truly accepted Xander for the man that he is. And I mean the flaws, no, I mean the bad tempers, the flying off the handles, the scheming, the plotting, and everything like that. While she's sitting there being like, "Oh my God, I hope Xander doesn't do anything crazy." It's like, oh, you married him. I don't understand why you sit there and you marry him and you want to sit there and start cherry picking the things that you don't like about him or the things that he should change instead of accepting him for him as a whole. Sarah has really unrealistic expectations when it comes to Xander. But yet the Sarah and Xander fans will be like, oh, I love them. They're so great. They're so epic. And it's just like, how do you sit there and love two people when one person doesn't fully accept them for who they are? I'm saying YouTube doesn't want anyone curse because I remember. Yes, exactly, Ron. Um, that's just a, I mean, Ron, most people know that. Most people know that, but some people do it anyway. Content creators do it, so. DC says, Ben can do no wrong because I hate Steffy. When I actually ever say I hate Steffy? When did I ever actually say that? I'm saying that you talk about yeah, Jonathan. I was never a Xander and Sarah fan. And this is why I felt that Gwen made a much better companion for Xander than Sarah. But DC, this is okay. See, here's my thing, and I'll keep saying this until I'm blue in the goddamn face. One, I have no idea what he's talking about with this whole hating Steffi. Two, I don't give two flying shits on how much Finn actually enticed Hope, because at the end of the day, it was Hope that kissed Finn. Okay, we don't sit there and blame a girl that goes out in a nightclub that's wearing skimpy outfits that will sit there and get assaulted by a guy and be like, well, it's her fault. DC wouldn't sit there and say something like that. He would not sit there and look at a victim. And let's be clear, she is a victim. It doesn't matter though, DC. I said it doesn't matter. I didn't sit there and say that he enticed her. I said it doesn't matter if he did or not. But you wouldn't have that same energy if I'm not going to extremes. DC. I'm proving my point. See, my point that I'm trying to prove, DC, is that society has double standards. And when you say comments like that, you're kind of reinforcing. You're reinforcing that stereotype. And it's not just you. There's other people that do that too. The problem is, if the roles were reversed, would you sit there? If the roles were reversed, would you sit there and blame Hope? DC says enticements, like I said, someone comes sleep with me and I get mad when he try to sleep with me. I don't know what that means. Denise says the fans wear this outrage. Ooh, I totally forgot about Blaze. Denise said were the fans just outraged when Finn got let go and when Blaze, she just ran her course. Actors get fired all the goddamn time. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. DC says to be honest, I'll probably feel the same if Hope had let Finn on and Finn kissed Hope and she told him to back off. DC, what do you think about Kelly Monaco being fired? What do you think about Sam Beyond? I don't know why people are surprised. So are you how do you feel about Kelly Monaco being fired, DC? Kerosene says, so this character Hope who kissed Finn, I'm just curious, did Finn give in to the kiss or did he no, he rejected her immediately. He pushed her right off. Sorry, screen. But apparently he was at fault for somebody else kissing him because that's how backwards some people's thinking are. But yeah, that's put it lightly. Ichi says, I mean, I'm not surprised she got fired. She barely had a storyline. You had no work for her. When a job doesn't have any work for you, you get fired or let go. You get fired. Now, Cherry Scream says, I'm going to agree to disagree because I think the issue is Kevin Monaco has been a long term character and actor on the show. That's why a lot of people are probably upset. I'm gonna get back to that character. DC, in a polite way of saying it, I don't give a shit. Like people get fired all the time, and I think that people have overblown the situation. People are upset and outraged, and I'm like, people get fired all the time. Yes, exactly. People get let go all the time. That's the soap opera biz. She hasn't had a good storyline in a very long time, and I think that um yeah, Terry, I feel like her character has ran its course. You know, and Terry Erskine, that's not his thing. That's not me Smith there saying that I want her to get fired. I want anyone to lose their job. I don't. I think she's a great actress. I think that her character has ran its course. You don't have anything for her. It hasn't had anything exciting for her. She's just been kind of just hanging around. So I wish her the best, and maybe another show will pick her up. But Jay, I feel that there's so much things that goes on in this world that being upset that a character isn't on the show anymore. It's just like DC says, yeah, yes, a long-term actor not doing anything, no job keeps you around. If there's no work for you, then you don't have a story. DC, I think can join another. So yes, exactly. That's what I said in my video. Yes, animal. See, let her cook. I'm assuming. I think you said that you're a she. Uh, yes, let animal cook. Let her cook. But yeah, I mean, I know DC. I know you've been busy and stuff like that, but I think it'd be interesting. You doing your take on your actress being fired or let go. If you have any time, of course. I figured that. Yes. And what is that supposed to mean to me, Ron? Like, what is that supposed to mean to me? Jason says I feel uncomfortable about the term fire. I would like to hear more than she was let go. Fire makes you think that she did something wrong. Cherry Ice cream. In some ways, I get what you're saying. It's kind of like somebody saying that a show got canceled when it didn't. Like a show didn't get canceled. They just ran their course and they decided to, end the storyline. But when somebody sits there and says something got canceled, it is like Smith is saying that it's their fault. But the problem is, Cherry, was good, Big Nate. I feel like in this point, Cherry, is that let go and being fired is the same thing because that's literally what up happening. Like, yes, it's a nicer way of Cynthia saying that, but being let go, we can apply that to her doing something wrong, which I don't think that she did. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. Nate, they were actually pretty good today, though. You're actually pretty good today. I mean, Jerry, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just, like I said, I wish the best for her. DC says, like, Even during this Christina Molly storyline, they could have given Sam so much more to do, but didn't. They gave Zero more storyline than Sam. Honestly, lately, once the gaze comes on, if it's good, one of the four soaps is getting dropped. Oh, from your lineup. Yeah, I remember you saying it. Yes. Why should they? What? Why should they have let Liam go? I know that they let Wyatt go, but I get it. DC 5 shows and 4 shows is a lot to keep up with. It's a lot. Well, Ron, I don't know how many people actually will want to sit there and see a Sheila getting pregnant storyline. That's the problem. And it's a damn TV show. Forget she's 60 years old. I'm tired of hair. Oh, let me actually read this whole thing. Okay, Ron. Hey, Ron. Ron feels super passionate about this story. Ron says I believe Bo should join the writing team for Bo, and if I have it my way, I'm writing Sheila and Deacon expecting a baby girl, and it's a damn TV show. Forget she is 6 years old. I'm tired of hearing it. Okay? Animal. I feel like in a lot of ways because he doesn't have room to talk and he comes across as a hypocrite is probably why he should stay. Because he does the most talking and he's not in a position to sit there and judge anyone, is probably why he should stay. Mm, I mean, yeah, I could animate him, but I'm not though. I'm gonna watch all 5 of them. DC says because I'm only watching quality shows at this point come 2025, so every show needs to bring it, earn their keep in my lineup. I'm a businessman. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I'm watching all 5 of them. I mean, yeah, Animal, I could have let go of a lot of shows a long time ago, but as a reviewer, I want to sit there and try to watch all the soap operas to get all the different perspectives and stuff. Like, it's something, Animal, it's something interesting about uh, TGH. Oh, yeah, no, obviously, Animal, I'm going to watch all. I like that each show brings in something unique and different, even Bold and the Beautiful, for what it's worth. DC says tonight I had 2 slices of pizza, a bag of shredded Cheetos, a bag of cookies, fries from McDonald's, a burrito from Taco Bell. I'm now working on um I don't know what to say to all that, DC. I don't know are you are you going through something, DC? That seems like quite a lot of that seems like a lot of food. Yes, Denise, she's very obsessed with Finn and she doesn't take care of her other children, but yet somehow Ron wants to sit there and write a pregnancy story. Yeah, I know, Denise. It's a little all over the place. How can I add? It was really great to see you. Yeah, Animal, I'm just kind of worried about why he's eating so much. Monique said, glad Jason told her no, he was giving her good advice. Don't give into case, don't give any more ammunition. Exactly, and let's hope that she listens. Let's hope that she listens, Monique, because she's um well, stupid. Yes, Ed. I look forward to seeing you in the next live stream, my friend. DCC is very stressed, but it's only like Just every 3 weeks. I mean, every 3 weeks is still a pattern. But like I said, I just want to make sure that you're good. Sometimes it's like people will sit there and eat through their feelings because they're dealing with something. Case is going to interrogate Christine. Really? I guess he can. He still does have legal probable cause or whatever. So I guess technically he can, but Nick says Steffy trying to be like her grandmother, but Steffy never got herself in a situation she couldn't get out of. Have a night, Island Breeze. I don't think that she actually anticipated that that Luna was the killer. Like she only originally went over there to confront her about Luna kissing somebody else that wasn't her brother. So I don't think that she intended on trying to go after a murderer. He says that's probably the case, but like I always say, you can't go to jail for overeating. They actually have a new pizza place on my job that I'm actually very happy about, and I'm actually looking forward to eating from there again. I haven't had pizza in a good minute, and I think I had it this week, and it was really good. I mean, it's expensive, but it's really good. So they definitely gonna be smart to see me again. Ron says, if you came face to face with Brad Bell because of his statement saying that he doesn't care about fan bases complaining and saying that they can tune out, I would sit there and say, it's very foolhardy. It's very foolish. And yeah, I would sit there and explain to him all the different ways how it's foolish. And how he only has a year to sit there and get his act together. Johnson says, I think Ben will be the one who stays Steffy. You're probably right. I wish it would be Sheila though. DC says Brad Bell got international money. That's why he's not worried. Hmm. Makes sense. His stuff does come in Dubai. Have a good night, Animal. Yes, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, my friend. Thank you for joining, Animal. Appreciate you. But how did she sabotage her own plan by killing Tom and Hollis? I'm very curious. How did she sabotage her own plan? I'm genuinely curious. DC says that Luna sabotaged her own plan by killing those two off, but wouldn't that ensure that her plan will be more successful? I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but I think that she would. I mean, Tom was going to sit there and claim to be Luna's father. Harrison says, "What's your favorite snack?" I go through different snacks. Like this month is Reese's Pieces, which I actually have to pick up some from CVS. Yeah, yes, this one is Reese's Pieces. And thank you for reminding me too, because I actually got to go to the store to pick some up. Every month it changes. I'll say that much, Animal. Every month it changes. I think like maybe 2 months ago it was graham crackers, and now it's yeah, Reese's Pieces. It's so good though. I mean, it's so bad for you, Cherry Ice Cream, but it's so good though. Like Cherry Ice Cream, remember like a couple of months ago I used to sit there and have ice cream. Yeah, so my snacks changes. DC says because by doing so her mom became a suspect and that got her paternity test called into question, which it did. Very good point. She could have played it off like she was actually like she was Luna's daughter. Hell, I mean, like she was Bill's daughter. He was about to sit there and adopt her. Damn, I didn't think of that. If I remember, I got to put that in my review next time. But thank you, Cherry Skinzy, because you totally reminded me about that. Especially since I can't go to my supermarket because it closes at 10 o'clock. Um, Ron says if I had it my way, I'll put Sophia with Brady, and you nasty. I understand why you would sit there and put a high school teenager with a grown ass adult, but whatever. DC says so. Luna's plan was flawed from the start. What she should have done was talk to Tom and see if he would back off, and if he didn't, then she could have went ahead and killed him. She probably didn't even need to do all of this. Well, also her switching the DNA test didn't really make any sense. They retcon CDC. They retconned that scene where she actually switched the test, and it was stupid because we all saw Lee do the test. It was not at what point. There was not at what moment that Lee was not standing by that test the whole time doing it. So how did Luna have time to sit there and switch out the tests if Lee was there the entire time? Like it has so many. Exactly, Jonathan. Except for in Ron's gross ass fan fiction. Um, but yes, at one point, Terry came. I don't think he was here for, but I used to always have applesauce. Every night, I used to sit there and have applesauce, and then I just stopped doing it for some reason. I totally forgot about the damn applesauce. DC says Luna could have married RJ Zende and been set for life. Yes, DC. That's what I was meant to say. She wants to sit there and. It's funny too, DC. I don't know if he was there when Nikisha was actually in my live stream, but she was like, it didn't really make a lot of sense for her to sit there and try to hook up with Bill because RJ actually had money. Now, my whole thing is, well, RJ had money, he didn't have Bill Spencer's money. Okay, and this is what she sat there and said. RJ could sit there. Bill could sit there and give her an empire. DC, I look at this and I'm like, Luna didn't go for what they call a long con. Okay, she didn't want to sit there and wait. She didn't want to sit there and go through the long con process. So she decided, ah, yeah, but RJ had enough. Yes, I mean that's true. Yeah, she didn't want to go for what they say the long con. Monique says Hope shaded Thomas. Yeah. Monique says Hope shaded Thomas, and the bonus scene saying he was just like his little sister running away and not dealing with things. Why would Thomas stay in a relationship that wasn't going? Yes. Well, like, and it's actually really interesting because people sat there and took Thomas's side, sat there and took Thomas's side, and I'm just like, I mean, took Hope's side. I'm like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, Hope broke up her home. Okay, she should have never got together with Thomas, not just because of the stuff that he did from back in the day with her and the whole Bev situation, but because she knew that Thomas wanted something that she could never give him. And in a lot of ways, she did string him along. She sat there and said that she loved him, and she respected him. But the only thing that she wound up doing was using him for her own selfish, getting her rocks off. And because she decided to sit there and mess around with Thomas, Thomas decided to leave and take his son with him. So she wound up breaking up her own home and her relationship with her son because she wanted what she wanted and she didn't give a damn about the consequences. Ron says, okay, so isn't Luna with Dollar Bill daughter, so why couldn't Therese get with because Luna's a grown ass adult and Aaron is still in high school. So he's still 17 years old, which in a lot of states is a minor. Okay? Luna is 21 and Aaron is under the age of consent. DC says she could have shagged on an RJ or Zende microphone and been stuff like sis messed up. I'm just playing. You ain't playing, but I do get what you're saying though, and this is exactly what Nikisha said too. Nikisha was like, "Yo, listen, you could have sat there and been with Zende or RJ. Their family comes from money, but she didn't want to play that long con game. She wanted the Bill Spencer money right away." Um, I mean, hell, like I said, the beach house is cool, but the beach house and a mansion is two totally different things. Let's seriously, let's just be real for a minute. Monique says Luna shaded RJ to Steffi. Oh, he's nice and sweet, but the crown prince of Forrester give me a bit. I mean, give me a break. Bill has an empire. Exactly. Exactly. Now, DC says Zimmy and RJ were perfectly good matches. Sis, it's not that smart. I hate dumb villains. It's disrespectful to the villains out there that spend crafting their lives crafting out master plans. Hmm. I don't think she's the worst villain though, DC. I'm pretty sure there's other villains that I can probably think of if I take a little time that has been worse than her. Yeah, I'm not reading that shit. Um, I think it's greedy and it's probably a little bit stupid, but I don't know. I guess I've seen who could actually be considered a worse villain though. I don't think she's the worst, but she is the stupidest. She really thinks Bill will get with the girl he wants to believe versus that part is stupid. Yes, that okay. You know what? Yeah, okay. That part is stupid because he sat there more than once and told that girl, "No, don't kiss me again," and she just doing whatever the f she wants. Okay, you know what? You got a point. But yes, that's actually a good point. I didn't think of that. I don't see him getting together with not just somebody who he thought is was his daughter, but Bill, Bill and Luna. Bill would sit there and see Luna as a child. You know, he would see her as a child because of how little she is, how young she looks. I don't think that Bill would sit there and cross that line. Like if Luna was taller and she looked a little bit older, even if she was like 21, 22, I can see him being like, okay, you know, well, you're kind of bad. but she looks too young though. Yeah, well, yes, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, even if they just met up randomly, I don't think that she would be his type because she looks too much like a kid. She's too short to sit there and be like, "You look mad young and short. You look like you'll go out with one of my sons." You know? Oh wow, Ram, you really don't understand? Because I could have swore I actually explained that to you like about 2 hours ago. But for some odd reason, Ron says, Albert, I still don't understand why Luna would show Steffi her face and telling her, don't worry about the effects will go away. Wow, that's interesting. I don't understand why why you didn't understand my explanation about 2 hours ago. But okay. She what? Thank you, Jonathan. She was a bit extra to that. She kept sitting there. She kept sitting there shitting on Poppy, right? And I'm just like, don't you have anything else better to do with your damn time instead of sitting there constantly talking crap about Poppy? Oh yeah, Poppy did it. I'm so glad that Poppy's away. And you know, I always knew that there was something off about Poppy. And my whole thing is, not only was she extra, but like, first of all, she should have sat there and apologized to Sheila, and she didn't. She didn't apologize to Sheila. She sat there and said, "Well, I can't believe that I would." You know, it's like, yeah, what? Why is it so much shocking? You are, you know, you have hurt people before. Like, okay, Katie, yeah, she has hurt people before, but she didn't sit there and hurt Thomas. She didn't hurt Tom or Hollis. So you do owe her an apology. But of course, Katie the Karen can be bothered to sit there and give somebody an apology because that would be like admitting that she's wrong. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, Ron, she is Katie baby, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to sit there and drag her through the mud like I would anybody else. You know, and that's the thing. Monique Mo says, "How did Luna get Steffi in that cage? I'm convinced she had help. There was no way she was able to drag Steffi unconscious body by herself. Also, how the hell did she get that cage? How the hell did she get that damn cage? That's another thing. I think that's what Jess said or something like that. But yes, I mean, Monique, you can. Here's the thing, Monique. To be fair, you can actually build a cage around somebody. You just have to sit there and hold up their body long enough to get the floor part of their body. You can always just build up the cage around. DC says Sally has been handling. DC says Sally has been handling Adam his asshole, and here I'm here for it. Oh, Hammy, she's holding him accountable. You know, DC, I'm not gonna lie, that was, and I talked about this earlier. I was just like, Adam, you're so exhausting. This woman had to sit there and spend 40 minutes to try to get you to admit the truth. While you sat there and you lied, you made excuses, you did the whole woe was me, my upbringing, I constantly sabotaged myself, and it was just like, bro, you're making this majority about yourself, and it's like you couldn't give her a straight answer, and you wouldn't have gave her a straight answer if Billy wasn't there. It's for me personally, it's about the cheating, and it's the lying too, but the cheating is just really bad. For her, it's about the fact that you lied straight to her face. You was going to keep lying straight to her face. You sat there for 40 goddamn minutes giving nothing but excuses. Instead of manning up, you were like, you know what, listen, I did wrong by you. I do apologize, but I know it's not going to be enough. Instead, he's meant to talk about, well, we'll work through couples counseling. Couples counseling? Are you sick? Thank you. Yes, DC says, and even when Billy came over, he still tried to keep lying. He wanted to sit there and kick him out. He was like, "Oh, sorry, just go back upstairs." I was like, "Bro, you sat there acting like she found your porn stash or something." Like, nah, bro, this is a lot bigger than that. You can't just push her back upstairs, tell her to go to sleep, and pretend nothing happened. I think if he had it his way, he would have sat there and did that. When he says she asked, "Was it about love with Chelsea?" and he told her it was. Yeah, exactly, Monique. At the 40 goddamn minutes, he finally did admit it. It's like, my goodness, Adam, you are exhausting. But yet somehow, you know, it's really funny, DC. Somehow people are sitting there saying that, um, what the hell? People are sitting there saying that Sally should forgive Adam because Sally has done her fair share of dirt. She's cheated on other people as well. So she should sit there and give Adam another chance. And I'm just like, what? I mean, I understand karma, and I understand being a hypocrite, but it's a very human reaction. If you cheat on somebody, that does not mean that you're going to allow somebody to cheat on you and say, "Oh, it's okay. It's the first time you've done it." No, you're going to be just as pissed off, and you should be pissed off. Ron says, Albert, when Baker took Sheila in for questioning, he refused to let her go with no evidence. What, what would she have done? Could have sued. I mean, Ron, I don't think that you understand how the law works. And just to simplify this for you, he can actually sit there and he can actually sit there, he can actually sit there and bring her in for question. Given her past, given her history, he has more than the right to sit there and bring her in for question. It's inconveniencing, and yeah, you can sit there and sue, but it just adds to the petty lawsuits that goes in this country. But he is within his rights to sit there and take her in for question. Well, yeah, that too. DC. But I mean, I know how some people can be on DC. Some people can be petty Betty or petty Teddy. Thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says now Luna is going further to frame her mom. Sat there and said, "Hey Baker, listen, I got evidence that my mom is guilty." Baker sat there and looked at him like, what child, what daughter or son would sit there and bring in evidence towards your own mom's case? Like that's absolutely batshit crazy. But I mean, the whole framing her mom in the first place, it's over the top simply because she wasn't exactly the greatest mom. Like, okay, you doing a little bit too much. And let's be honest, she's also doing it for the bag because she would have to sit there and share that money with her mom if her mom was not in jail. So she's choosing money and throwing her mom literally under a goddamn jail cell for money. That's some evilness right there. Because crazy ass to believe, selfish, selfie, and then the simp. Ron, I don't think that's why he did it. I think he did it because it's his job. I think he did it because it's his job, and he has a right to do that. As an officer, he has a right to sit there and bring in anybody for questioning. But I don't know, Ron. I'm gonna sit there and let you tell whatever fan fiction that you want to tell, and we can agree to disagree. Now, DC says, not gonna lie, Steffi acting while in the cage is kind of terrible. I said this earlier, and I'll sit there and say this again just for shits and giggles. Steffi, you need to stay in that cage for a while. Okay, you've been doing too much. You know what really annoyed me when she was in the cage and she was sitting there calling out Ben, talking about Ben, I need you. Ben, I need you to sit there and save me. No, you don't. Okay, because not that long ago you was sitting there yelling and cursing at Ben, sitting there talking about he was responsible for Hope kissing ass. No, you know what, Steffi, you need to sit there and stay your ass in the cage and think about the shit that you've done. Okay, think about the times that you sat there and emasculated him. You practically neutered him, but now you want him to sit there and save you. Nah, boo, stay in that goddamn cage for a while. You see, you don't like her. You admit it. That's not. That's actually. I don't understand where you actually got that from. That's the, that's your interpretation. That's what you got out of that sentence. Hey, I see you have not been reviewing in a while, so maybe you need to sit there and kind of brush up on that. Get some time, do that video on Kelly Monaco. Because if that's the take that you got from me, you're right, Ron. He wasn't doing his job. He was sitting there following a bunch of rich people and what they told him to do. You're absolutely right, Ron. I mean, she sat seriously, DC. She sat there and emasculated him for most of the marriage. She sat there and blamed Ben. You don't get to sit there and start, calling out one person and neutering them. I mean, I never heard you say you like stuff out there. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have. I never actually said I hated her. Here's the thing, DC. I give her and Hope the same level of smoke. They both get it. No one is spared to run in that situation. But you're not gonna sit there and start emasculating this man, then talk about how you need him towards the end. Nah, boom. You don't need him. You need Jesus. How about you start with that first? DC says Albert knows he doesn't like Steffy and now won't admit it because he doesn't want me to get the credit. I want to sit there and make sure everyone reads that. Everyone to sit there and read that. I want people to take notes. I want people to take notes on what happens when you misinterpret what I said. Because apparently, when people misinterpret what I say, they start going to all sorts of wild scenarios. If that's not the case, Albert, then just admit it. You don't like her. I didn't like her. She's kind of in the middle. Same thing with Hope for the most part. Actually, no. In reality, DC, I kind of don't like Hope. Like I kind of dislike Hope more than I don't like Steffi. There's times I like Steffi. There's times I don't. But Hope is actually worse than. But and that's another thing, DC. DC, I don't even know what gaslighting is, so I can't gaslight somebody if I don't even know what that is. So, see, your assessment doesn't make any sense. Ron says, exactly, Albert. Nobody has spared the rod, and I like Steffi, but I'm calling her. Yes, yes, exactly. He's not a good actor. Or he's not an actor. So what is he, Ron? No, DC, I don't even know. I don't even know what gaslighting means. I'm just saying, when people sit there and misinterpret the things that I say, it's just like, DC says, if you don't know what it is, why don't you excuse? Why did you accuse someone from the chat weeks ago of gaslighting you? My God, it's just a professional. Wait, what? What? Why did you accuse someone from the chat weeks ago of gaslighting you? I don't think I did, DC. Unless I was drunk. Was I drunk? Because I tend to say a lot of things when I'm. I don't remember you sitting up there saying that, DC. So unless I was drunk, or you just misremembering something. I don't think that that happened. So that Ron, so the actor that plays Fenn is a troll. DC says Abed is professional, but a drunk man speaks sober. But a drunk man speaks a sober mind. What kind of fortune cookie stuff are you sitting there talking about, DC? See, DC's on that fortune cookie shit right there. A drunk man speaks a sober mind. What? Well, Ryan, she's not my girl, so I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But I would choose Fenn because Connie's annoying. DC says Albert is such a great gaslighter. He has a PhD in gaslighting. Is really impressed at how proud of him. But DC, I don't know what a gaslighter is though. So I couldn't be gaslight. I think he almost made me doubt myself. Well, I never actually accused anyone of gaslighting unless I was drunk, and I have been drinking. So if that did happen the way you said it did, it's probably because I was drinking. Um, I don't think I did though. And if I'm drinking and I say something like that, then it doesn't count. That's right, DC. When you say something when you're drunk, it doesn't count because you know alcohol. So that's how that works, DC. I don't give a shit what he says. Well, I don't care. Like, what are you talking about? He's Kyrie's my boy, but I don't give a shit what anyone says. So DC says, but even if you were drunk, how could you accuse someone of something that you don't know? Was it, which proves my point? Actually, it really no. uh, but DC, if I was drunk now, I might have been sitting there just playing around and saying something like that. I might have actually been using it. See, Cherry, actually, I might have actually been using it in a very incorrect term. And why? Because I was drunk. So if I was drunk, then I could have said anything in any sort of term that I didn't even know what I meant. Therefore, I'm not accountable. Johnson says, was anyone surprised that Fiona chose to look out for? Of course not. Jonathan, listen, she's been doing that ever since that car accident. She's been looking out for number one. Okay. She's been lying to Xander about the drinking since she's gotten back into town. Yeah, like she was actually going to sit there and tell the truth. I mean, it would have been pretty boring if she did. You hear this, Cherry Ice Cream? You see what DC is doing? DC says, no, sir, it's always counts. Actions when you're drunk counts. Just acts. Just ask Brady Black. Ooh, did he just compare me to Brady Black? Quiet Guy says gaslighting is manipulating another person to doubt their own perception of reality. Oh, okay, well, thank you, Quiet Guy. Now I know what that means. See, now I know what it means, DC. How do you how do you think the truth about Fiona will come out? Maybe Kristen. Maybe Kristen. Because listen, Kristen has been that ride or die chick. Okay, she's been looking out for Brady, so it could come from Kristen. DC says now we have it on record. Albert knows what it means, and he's professional at this. I'm truly impressed. Well, DC, like you said, I now know what it is. So that means that I didn't know what it was before, right? Since I now, you just said in your own words, now I know what it means. So that means that when you thought I was doing it, I didn't know what I was doing. So I wasn't really gaslighting before. I wasn't gaslighting before. By your own admission of what you just said. So thank you for proving my point, DC. No, Trey, that's good. He actually just proved my point. No, that's actually very good. Justin says yes, maybe Christian has sources that could. I mean, I feel like it would be cool, Jonathan, and maybe they can sit there and get back together. Because I mean, let's be honest, Brady is kind of a handful, and only somebody like Kristen maybe would have handled that. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. DC says Albert acts so humble. Albert acts so humble. Oh, he acts so humble, but he's low key working for the WSB. Why do you think we never seen the rest of his place? It's because it's filled with surveillance cameras. Now that's not true, DC. It's because it's filled with It's because it has a lot of things that's not YouTube friendly. That's why you're not seeing some portions of my place because it's not exactly YouTube friendly. I showed the kitchen before, so don't sit there and say that. But like my room, it's not exactly there's a lot of things that should never be on camera ever. Wow, I can't believe it's been 3 hours and 26 minutes. Ooh, Ron, I hope they do that. I hope they put Melinda with EJ. Listen, she's hot. Was good to have Lynn. It's good to see you. Hope all is well. DC says he has his agenda. No, I just have a lot of stuff that's not YouTube friendly. That's what it comes down to. And very little time to sit there and actually enjoy it or that or whatever. Hmm. Speaking of DC, speaking of, they actually put Mr. Brennan, in the intro, which is great. I love it for General Hospital when they updated their pictures and everything. I guess you're gonna have to sit there and take off the Samantha McCall one, so she won't be on there. I have no idea, Jonathan. I was kind of just going along with Ron. But you know what they say, Jonathan. I'll say this much: there's a thin line between love and hate. DC says, I feel like anyone is. I feel like everyone is in that intro at this point. Listen, I'm just happy to sit there and see Mr. Brennan in that one. I'm just happy to sit there and see him in the intro. Oh wow, okay. You just. I was about to sit there and go to Kyrie's live stream real quick to see what's going on. And of course, Dion is not there streaming tonight. He won't be streaming till after the end of August. That's right, DC. I do keep tabs on other people, other content creators. I do that. To be fair, DC, I feel like a lot of people have a little bit of Victor Newman in them. It's funny too because I thought about your comment a couple of days ago, and you was like, when you was this in like, who's like Victor Newman, who's like Jack Abbott, and of course you are the Jack Abbott, and I'm the Victor Newman. But I feel like we all have a bit of Victor Newman in ourselves. We all can sit there and be very petty and vindictive. Um, I don't know if it's a Victor move or if they're checking out the other people and that's your competition in a sense. But I do feel like me putting out the video that I did, which is something I would normally do for members only, that Kelly Monaco video, it was inspired by James because I saw his video and he took a very care bear approach, which is fine. This is right, but after I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, let me put out this video because I gotta sit there and talk about some of this shit. Ron says, "I one day I hope you." I hope so too, Ron. I hope so too. It'd be cool to sit there and do a video with him. It would. I just have to make sure I have time to do it. There's a lot of people I want to sit there and do a collab with. There's actually another video I want to work on, and I still am trying to scrounge for time to make it. DC says, "How does everyone have a little Victor Newman in them?" DC, everyone can be petty. Everyone can be vindictive. Everyone can have a need, a desire for revenge. And that's some of the stuff that Victor has. That's in every one of us. I mean, seriously, DC, there's not one point in your life that you have, I only use my power for good. Oh, okay, I was trying to be serious for a minute, but okay, I guess we can sit there and do the trolling thing too. That's cute. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people I definitely want to sit there and work with. And Phoenix is there. Andre Epps is there, which I haven't checked out his channel in a while. There's a couple of people I want to sit there, and somebody was sit there asking that I should do another video with DC and Brock TV, and I definitely want to do that too. Just sometimes Jonathan, it's just time is just not really always on your side when you are practically working full time. If there's a will, there's a way. I will definitely find it. DC says, I was more vindictive as a child. I became a good man when I got older. I became a good guy when I got older. So when you became a good guy, DC, did you become flawless? Did you become infallible when you got older? Yeah, but like I said, Jonathan, I definitely want to. It's just like Jonathan, I'm not gonna. I want to sit there and go to a Comic Con And I don't know when the next Comic Con is going to be, but I want to go. I want to sit there and do a live stream at a Comic Con, and that shit didn't happen. But I still want to do one. Though. I still want to do a live stream at a Comic Con at some point, or some sort of convention. I think that'd be really cool. DC says the question right there, the way Albert asked that flawless, infallible, he's setting me up for something. I'm not setting you up for anything. I literally just asked the question. Thank you. See, Jonathan, this is why every time you're in my stream, you always put a smile on my face. This is the reason why Jonathan is one of my favorites. And yes, I'm going to sit there and say that. I'm going to sit there and say favorites. Jonathan is one of my favorites. He is, DC. That's why he's my guy. That's why he's one of my favorites. I'm going to sit there and say that. Ugh, I'll never forget that shit. Ron says, yes, it's time to do a collaboration with Phoenix, also Nikisha, Kyrie's Brock, and Samuel. Wow. An ensemble cast, Ron. Okay. I noticed we didn't sit there and mention James, but that's cool too, I guess. Um, DC says, I hate to say it, but who is Sally without Adam? Hmm. DC says, Albert even throws shade like Victor. That's true. That's that's true. Most people didn't catch that though, DC. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, Jonathan, yeah, on Fridays, yes. In some ways, I do understand why he has a members only live stream. Um, I can see where he's coming from. I'll say that. Samantha Smith says, "What's new in General Hospital? I've seen the Christina baby was carrying. I've seen the baby Christina was carrying for her sister died. It's been a long time since I really watched that. So yeah, Samantha, it caused quite the stir for reasons that I'm not necessarily comfortable getting into it. But let's just say this: it was a racial issue. I'll sit there and say that much. But everyone, let's welcome Samantha Smith into the chat. I had to, DC. I had to do it. Listen, DC, it's better for me to throw a little shade than for me to sit there and be a full blown asshole. So there's that. There's that. Ooh, I like that. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Samantha Smith. Some people would actually do listen because I always sit there and try to encourage people to come to the live streams when I'm doing my reviews. Because there's just times I don't have time to do all the reviews for all the shows. And I love talking about Y&R, but Y&R is literally the lowest viewed all for my soap operas. I know people sit there and say, but you shouldn't sit there and do it for the reviews. I'm like, yes, it plays a part. And I think that people who actually do reviews or does content creating understands that. It's not just a shallow thing, there's meaning behind that. No, it's too bad I couldn't actually start at 6. I don't know. Maybe one day I will. Okay. Now, as fun as this has actually been, oh, of course. Of course, Samantha. Listen, that's how we do. Whenever we have somebody new that comes to the chat, we give them a warm welcome and, let you know that you part of the crew. I just feel kind of guilty right now because you just got in here and I'm about to end the stream right now. But I do normally start at 8 o'clock, though. 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But yeah, I think I'm going to sit there and kind of get some sleep. Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy about it either, Samantha. Yeah, I hope she finds another, um, she finds another show. I think that should be good on days of Bold and Beautiful. Ron says, Albert, in the promo, why would, yeah, so I'm going to sit there and end the stream. It'd probably be a good idea to get some sleep and to start the day a lot earlier than I did today, as far as doing the reviews and just getting out of bed. Jesus Christ, it's like it took me to like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to get out of bed. But yes, happy night, Ronnie Ron. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of So Chat with Ivan Bostic. I like the fact that he called you the Michael Baldwin to my Victor Newman. That is a very astute observation. Except for I wouldn't sit there and treat you like shit like Victor does. Um, Johnson says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Yes, hit that goddamn like button. It really does actually help. And become a member. We have great conversations on the weekends. We have a smaller group, so I can sit there and maybe get to your comments a little more faster. And there's things that we do talk about in the members one that I don't talk about in, you know, throughout the regular stream. DC says, I believe Jonathan is helping Albert with his WSB operations. I figured this out today. Very good observation. Unlike Victor, Jonathan's my guy though. DC says Albert will act like this is funny to keep up appearances. Damn, DC, you're too clever. You're too much of a clever man. But yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing y'all on tomorrow's live stream. And we're gonna cook and we're gonna have some fun. Hit the like button on the way out. And laters.